What's good? What's good? Salute to the family. How y'all feeling? We back. We're a little early. We're gonna build on this boxing, man. It's a continuation, man, from yesterday. Y'all know what the hot topic is. Y'all know what everybody complaining about, whining about. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know how it go. We got an update, man. I gotta share a video from True Media, man. Coach Malachi did a update interview with Bill Haney. 40 mil bill. You know what I'm saying? And I guess he pretty much confirmed the deal, but he still didn't really give no insight as to who Devin is gonna be fighting, right? But we still want to update from yesterday. Yesterday we was building on this, talking about who we could fight and if it was actually a real deal or not, right? That's what everybody was going back and forth about. You know what I'm saying? And we got to talk about it. It's only right. It's only right that we talk about it, man. 40 mil billion is what they be calling him, man. He went from 40 mil to a hundo. We gonna talk about it, man. We gonna react to his interview with Coach Malachi, because I said this dude, he got the gift of gab, but if you really pay attention, man, and you listening to what's being said, he do a lot of like half truths or half answering questions, or he give a lot of sometimes politically correct answers without trying to say too much. But again, the boxing world is going to talk whenever you put something out like this. You got it. You got the world started. You know what I mean? You got the world talking, should I say. Now you just got to deliver on what you said. And if you can't, then you're going to look like a guy that was fronting. They going to be on your helmet, Billy. You know what I'm saying? What's good with my dog Jordan, man? What's happening with it, man? Y'all hit the like button. I don't know what side y'all on. Hit the like button. Sub to the channel. Say what's up to your boy. Support the deal. We're going to get to this. That Bill leading the fans on. I'm telling you, Jordan, if that's what's going on, it ain't no good out there in the hood. Shout out to Coach Malachi, man, because, Jordan, it's funny you sent that to me, but I had it downloaded since like yesterday after it dropped. I was watching it live, just, observing, listening to it. I said, you know what? We're going to cover this on the show because it makes sense, right? I mean, because you got people jumping in my comments like, it's cap. And you really believe that? And listen, it ain't about what I believe. It's about what they putting out there. It ain't up for me to have to believe it or prove it to be wrong, true, or false. I'm going to let time do the heavy lifting. I'm not trying to argue about what their deal is. I don't know what kind of conversations they have behind closed doors, but like what I do know is it's going to have to make sense. It's business at the end of the day. And you can report what you want and how, you can report what you want on how much money you talking about you going to make. But if you can't back up those claims, if you can't satisfy the media with the opponent's selections and the right kind of fights, you up creek, you feel me? Like it ain't gonna work out for you. You know what I'm saying? It's just not. And people gonna continue to question the validity of your deal just like they would anybody else. Like I said yesterday, I really didn't care too much, but it's only right to kind of follow up because outside of the tweets, we haven't heard nothing as far as like on wax, putting it on audio. But this was Bill Haney, I guess his first and only time coming out and speaking on it. He did like a 20-minute interview with Coach Malachi, man, and he was getting asked some questions. And I'm gonna let y'all hear what he had to say. And we just gonna, we're gonna break it down. We're gonna get to it. We gotta get to this Boots interview as well, man. Sitting down with Akim Barak with what is it, Drink Champs. He addressed some things in the duck talk and a bunch of stuff while the Crawford fight didn't happen. A lot of stuff that we've been covering and talking about. Like I said, it's always good to hear from Boots because he don't do the most interviews, but I think he starting to really understand that it's power in his words and his value in him speaking up for himself and for his own situation, right? You know, we want to see exactly what this guy be on and what he don't be on, right? And I think Boots has been very consistent, man, especially when he come out and speak on things. It gives us a bit of clarity, man, just like he did just with the little clip I played. But I'm going to play the whole interview today. We're going to break it down, man. Teach, what it do? Poet, my God, what's good with it? Don, being a member for 30 months. Gonna make it 3 years. That's my God. Appreciate you. Shout out to all the channel members too, man. He said, I gotta say something about that interview. We probably all got something to say about it, Teach. I feel you. I could dig it. You feel me? I could dig it, Teach. I could. We're gonna get to it, man. It's early. I was trying to wait, let a couple people get in so we don't gotta keep playing, but we're gonna get to it, man. Billy, like I said, man, he always, sometimes he leave a lot to be desired, or he end up leaving you with more questions than answers. My thoughts is a bit different though. Nah, we could talk about it, Teach, man, if you want to, man. I'll be sure to drop the link, man, if you wanted to come up and chop it up when I play. Matter of fact, we're gonna get this. Ain't no sense of having y'all hold on. Let's get to it. The like button, man. Y'all know what's up. Let's get to it, man. Let's see what 40 mil billion is on about. Shout out to True Media, Coach Malachi, man. He sat down, you know, with 100 mil bill, my bad, 100 mil bill. And he know, only thing I disagree is that anyone beats the GOAT. Is that anyone beats the GOAT, Rolly, remember? Big Rolo the GOAT, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Big Rolo. Big Rolo said Dave ain't want that smoke. He said he ain't want that work, man. He said he ain't want it. Dude, what's good with it, cuz? How you feeling? Shout out to my dog, though, man. This is real. Man.
Hey, man. Shout out to that, too.
So we got to have fun with this. What's good with it, cuz? How you feeling? Gotta have fun with this, man. You gotta learn how not to take this stuff so serious, man. They've been down bad today. They've been scraping and scrambling. They like, man, we can't let our man go out like Willie Lump Lump, man. We can't let him. You know, we can't let him do it. I'm like, man, y'all gonna see. So I don't think it's across the finish line because opponents haven't figured out their side, I'm assuming, and maybe Devin has ironed out his terms for the fights and so. Yeah, man, like that's. So, because when he was being asked these questions, it sounded like stuff is very premature, Jordan. Like maybe it's a proposal, or I don't know, but we're gonna get to it. I think this may or may not answer questions. Like I said, man, if anybody wanted to come up when this is over and chop it up on what was being said in this, we could do that. I mean, but let's get to it though. Shout out to Coach Malachi, man. I hit the like button over there. Shout out to my guy, man. Let's get to this.
Media podcast. I mean, and being that we're going to get off the AB joking, let's get on the real thing.
Billy.
What did I tell you, Coach? I say we never run out of options when you're as talented and skilled as Debo is. You know what I mean? And guess what? I'll tell you one other thing is, if anybody don't like it, well, guess what? They can fight for the position. You dig what I'm saying? Instead of crying about it. You know, what's happening, Coach?
Bill, Bill, we want to get straight to the point. The people want to know because I saw IKTV video. IKTV worded the video basically saying that Devin Haney has signed a $100 million contract for a multi-fight deal. Zuffa boxing.
Shout out to
Bill Haney hits.
Shout out to everyone covering it. You don't got to hear it's a whole lot of zeros, and it might sound like I'm the new hero. But guess what? Man, come on, man. And, you know, the best thing about the situation is Devin never puts himself in a situation that the other fighter can't make their highest payday. You know what I mean? So, I mean,
I'm not gonna lie, yo. If you don't take this boxing stuff too serious, this shit really be funny as hell, man. Coach be back there dying because he know like this shit is entertainment. He's somebody that get it. He don't take this shit too serious, bro. He gonna just let it be what it is. Ask the questions, let Bill say what he say, laugh it off, but he gonna always give his honest take, right? So I could appreciate that.
never see us out. But guess what though? I had to come to True Media, and guess what? And I'm gonna tell you one thing else.
Nah,
the
he
fighters
is,
gonna
yo.
get paid what they want.
Can't be
And guess what?
hilarious.
Greg can finally
That's why
get
Coach
loans
laughing.
what he needs.
Listen, man. Listen, you ain't okay. Do Devin Haney have a deal, $100 million deal with Zuffa Boxing and Dana White? That's what we want to know. Yes or no?
No. Listen. I can't make no more announcement of what I already done did. I done gave the people. Now, guess what? They stay tuned. And if you listen, if you don't believe me, then shame on you.
The people, Bill, you got digital gunfights going on right now. People online making content. I'm watching the content on X. They debating. They tattling you. They saying you're lying. They saying you're capping. Then you got Devin Haney fans. Then you got Devin Haney fans saying that no, man, they happy you getting generational wealth for your son. There's a battle going on, Bill. You got to clear this up. Clear it up for us, man.
Well, guess what? Now's the time that you drop.
Crazy.
What is that? Huggy Bear. Drop that Huggy Bear on them one time, man.
People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Yo, this man. I'm sorry, bro. Look. Y'all could be mad all y'all want. If y'all choose to let this shit piss you off, I ask you to truly reconsider it and look at this shit. Don't ever forget, y'all. Boxing is still entertainment. This shit just be funny. I don't care if he telling the truth, if he telling a lie, he's going to be affected by him and Team Haney, not me. I'm just going to sit back, report what they put out there. When we find out what the facts are from the fabrication, we going to point that out and just keep it moving. But in the meantime, this shit just be funny, man. I ain't going to hold you. His coach been laughing the whole time because he knew Bill was going to come up here and do this. I know he know this. No, he know he was going to come up here.
Look, now, I had this one dude, Leo from H-Town. He be on the Boxing Boy. Shout out to Leo. But he's an avid Devin Haney hater. He hate Haney with passion. Yeah. And listen, and Leo said that, listen, he said that if it wasn't for your son, you wouldn't be where you're at right now. I corrected him, though. I say, listen, you're talking about Bill Haney's past, pimping and this and that. I say, listen, but it was the sacrifices that Bill Haney made is the reason why his family is in the position that they're in right now. So you can't say you like the fruit, but don't like the tree that the fruit come from. You can't say that. Yeah.
Well, I won't deny or affirm anything of my past. One thing that I was going to say is it's in the past, so let's get back to the cash that's on the table because that's what everybody is asking about. Yeah. They're asking, is it real? And I'm saying is, realer than real deal Holyfield, man.
Man, listen, are you going to break bread with?
It's funny because he said the deal is real is the real deal Holyfield. Like he kind of made a joke about it. And I remember when I talked to him briefly on my guy Jay Hardcore channel, Hardcore Boxing News. I'm over there and I asked him about the deal with him and Core at the time, with Dev and Core at the time, and was it real? And he was like, it's as real as me and you sitting up here talking. And it's just funny. It just made me think of that time. It's as real as, the real deal Holyfield. Like, bro, stop trying to walk us around the block. Is it official or did you make a premature announcement in an effort to get your name in the algorithm a little bit more? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all. It's a fair question, man, because we've seen some cabinetry coming from that corner, from that side before. We've seen it.
The people. That's what the people. That's the second question.
Okay. Well, and that's just what I want to say. Watch out, Houston. We coming through there. We coming through Atlanta. We coming through all the spots, and it's like Santa Claus, man. Right. We're gonna drop off and spread to the people, man. We're gonna do what we gotta do. Yes.
Coach over there crying.
hey, look here, man. Let me tell you something, man. Hey, you had no drop that news on X, and cause I had a bunch of people hitting me up. Like I say, man, well, I can't really read much into the tweet because Bill didn't say that. You just pose two things as a question. So I'm the type of guy I don't like to assume. I like to have hard facts. You know what I mean? Like, because sometimes we assume when you say some shit, then you be wrong and you look like a damn ass. So before I jump out the window reporting anything, I'd rather be right than first. That's all I'm saying. So
right. T Hill was good.
Yeah, listen,
Shout out to them
you don't got to jump out the window. You can walk on the front porch and you can yell to the top of your lungs. They did it, coach. They did it.
They say they tried to blackball you, Bill. They say they tried to blackball you. They dismerchified your name and your character.
Didn't I tell y'all they was going to pull that blackballing card? I told y'all they was going to do that. That's why I'd be having a tough time just accepting everything as it come out. I just let it be, but I always had my reservations because look, they went from just trying to convince the world that they were being blackballed. Now, would somebody be being blackballed if they got part of $100 million? That don't sound like blackballing. That sounds like an opportunity of a lifetime. You get what I'm saying? That's all. The narrative changed so fast. They be so quick to try to make you believe something is one way when it's really the other. Yeah, he's being blackballed, when in reality, no, you asking for a lot of money. PBC don't pay that type of money up front, so that you was never going to get the kind of money up front that you was looking for, regardless of what, unless you could prove that you were worth what you were asking for. And in the eyes of the people, the guys putting up the money, you wasn't worth what you was asking for. So y'all started this whole blackball stuff, and then we went from blackball to over $100 million deal being inked. That's fast. You know what I'm saying? That's a hell of a turnaround. That's a hell of a 180 to go from blackball to have the most lucrative deal currently in boxing right now. Crazy work.
They tried to keep you out.
Hey, man, listen,
and you
ain't nothing. And I'm gonna repeat, and you can say it over and over and over again. Blackball don't mean nothing to a nigga with black balls. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. We came in the game with that. I mean, but one thing that, like I'm saying, is I want our story to reflect that anybody can do it. You know what I'm saying? A dad and a son and a family and brothers and sisters that believe in one another.
Marcus,
you know what
good,
I mean?
Brody.
And more importantly, God-fearing, because we're God-fearing and we know that none of this is happening without the blessings and the praise of God alone that's making it happen. You know what I mean? Because we've overcome some things that traditionally, man, father, and son don't overcome. You know, so we pray a lot, Coach. We do.
Man, listen. We over here kicking in a lot of stuff like that, right? But I always say this. I say, listen, man, because I understand. I say, man, that man made sacrifices to put them in the position that they're in right now. So, you can't really hate it. Like, to defy the odds in order to get to where you at, is amazing within itself. It's kind of like, it kind of reminds me, I haven't seen this movie yet. I want to go see it, but they said in the Michael Jackson movie, but you just can't make no one movie about Mike because his career is just too massive. You would have to make an album about you would have to make a movie about every album he made. That's how big he was. But I say all that to say this,
That's a great point, T Hill. That's a great point, T Hill. I ain't even gonna lie to you. They could have, like, again, they'll tell any and everybody else in boxing to bet on themselves, but they won't take their own advice. That's what I see. You know what I'm saying? That's what I see. You know what I'm saying? Alfonso is in the building. I don't know what you're saying. That's all in Spanish.
So you made the sacrifices like Joe Jackson. You did what you needed to do. And now, like you saying, you saying without saying that the money is real. So you saying the 100 million. So Devin is going. Okay, so Devin getting Canelo money.
Hey, listen, man. We don't count nobody else. We ain't doing no pocket watching. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you this.
That's all they doing is pocket watching online.
Listen. At 27, to have a situation that we can pull off and be under 30, you know what I mean, and be able to make the kind of money that you know what I'm saying, is on the table for us. It's record breaking. It's you know what I mean? It's alhamdulillah, bro. That's all I can say. But you know what? I just saw something that came in, and I think that you had hit me with it. I'm not sure if you hit me.
Nah, it's the same thing. Like, it's similar, Damon. The situations ain't exactly the same, but similar. Like, they just don't get those type of upfront guarantees. That's all. It's not a matter of, the reason I say they determined that he wasn't worth the money, because that's the only reason they would not give him what he looking for. If you really generated, like, if Canelo type money, then you wouldn't be having to ask for something that you can't get. Imagine Canelo not being able to get what he asking for. So again, I just think when it comes to the PBC and how they do things, they don't like. Do y'all know them to give anybody that type of guarantee up front? That's all it is. It's nothing against Devin. It's just I think he was asking them to do something that they're not willing to do because they don't do it for anybody. And like you said, the best fighter in the world, they didn't want to do it for him. They didn't want to budge for him. So it's just, I think it's a business model. And if you look at Top Rank was giving people their guarantees or their money up front. It wasn't a whole bunch of back end. Like, think about it. That's a lot of times. That's why it's just an honest conversation. It's not for people to feel any type of way. It's just people have different ways of doing business. Top Rank obviously don't go by the pay-per-view model. Remember, they was kind of against it. But the PBC, they still to this day, they got that same model, putting on all their fights on pay-per-view. So again, I think it's going to always be a discrepancy, you know, when somebody is trying to get a certain amount of money from them, especially if it's up front. If you're not the biggest ticket sellers, there's always going to be some type of issue. And it's a chance that even if you are, it'll be an issue, you know, because simply their model and how they get it done is different than what everybody else do. Levon down gate, what's good with it, homie? How you feeling?
With it because somebody else hit me with. Take a look at, and is that in your
right,
text?
Listen,
did you hit that new thing?
How you know it?
Oh, let's see about TKO. Let me see. It says UFC TKO. Yeah, because TKO Holdings bought UFC and WWE. It said 1.5. It said 1.59 billion dollars. TKO's 2026 first quarter revenue. Okay.
Man, I wish people would stop talking. Listen, I wish people would start talking about small money and start talking about the big money that's in the sport and combat sports world and the world of entertainment. Don't put it all on us. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get y'all some of it. You know what I mean? Because it's out there. You know what I mean? And I hope that our story reflects that it is possible. You know what I'm saying? Stay down. You know what I mean? Until you come up. That's all. And everything that we're doing represents what the Muhammad Ali Act is all about. It's being able to get paid your worth in the open market, being able to explore deals that are life changing, that are career, you know what I mean, career defining. And I think that we've always did our best, our team, to keep Devin in a position that, you know what I mean, he's right there making the things happen. You know what I mean? We've carried shows, we've carried networks, we've carried companies, and I think that this is what I'm kicking is just a reflection of our cultivation of everything.
So Bill, in order for Debo Dev,
I mean, look, we know that they definitely had to add some type of value to the zone, whether the zone want to come right out and admit it. You know what I'm saying? One thing that I don't like, listen, I ain't gonna say he's the most lucrative guy and the biggest attraction. We obviously know that's not the case, but I do dislike the way people try to undermine or undervalue him, right? And act like he just has no value. Like, I literally seen somebody say to me the other day, man, he got to fight such and such for his career to get back on track. Like, what the hell you mean? Like, the dude is undefeated. Like, seriously, I'm so sick of people keep trying to act like, yeah, all right, I get it. The Ryan fight happened, but it didn't count. It's not valid. So, yeah, we see the fight, but they try to undermine the dude. Like, that's why I say I root for him, because he find a way through the hate, you know, to still navigate and make it to the top. You get what I'm saying? And find himself somewhere around the top. But I will say this, they make it easy for some of the hate that they do get with the narratives that are pushed and the way they go about certain things, right? And controlling certain narratives. So that, I think that comes back to bite them. But still in all, it still shouldn't be a reason why people undervalue him the way they do, right? Like, then I'm not going to try to argue it, man, he's selling all these tickets, but don't act like nobody comes to see him fight. Get what I'm saying? Don't act like it's just nobody there. Like, that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? That's all I be saying. Lean his weight and fight off. Yeah. Man.
You know, to get this legacy defining contract, he have to fight somebody. So
right.
Give me some names. Who is he? I'm pretty sure he ain't gonna get $100 million deal fighting Kermit the Frog. He gonna have to fight the top guy. So give me some names? Is it Keyshawn Davis? Is it?
Hey man, shout out to you.
Who did Canelo fight?
real quick, man. Congrats to you, fam. He said celebrating 16 years of marriage this weekend with wife and Mother's Day. That's dope, man. Shout out to you. Congrats to you and your lady, man. Tell her Just Do said congrats, and y'all keep on being great, man. Know what I mean, P Hunter, what it do, man? I figured out a $100 million question. What Bill is saying right now. P Hunter, what he saying, my guy? Shout out to my dog. Everybody hit the like button, sub to the channel. Let's roll, y'all.
Let's see. He fought Floyd, Kirkland, Trout.
No, I think that was before his deal. I don't know if the deal was before that.
He said who the Canelo fight.
That
threw me off too. That threw me off too when he said that. Who did Canelo fight? The first thing that popped in my head, what was the relevance to that question? Why do it matter who Canelo fought? He's not Canelo, but I guess he's saying he got a Canelo type there. I don't know. I just felt like that question was irrelevant. Like, it don't matter. We're not trying to figure out who Canelo fought when we seen those fights. We trying to figure out who Devin gonna fight for the $100 million. Yeah, we heard about. See, the difference is, and look, I want to say this. This is why people will question things, right? Because when we heard about what Canelo was getting, we heard potential opponents and people that he was going to fight to make it make sense. That's the part that's being left out of this equation, and it's leaving like a big gap. And everybody has that same question, like, is bigger than the money. It's like, damn, okay, you going to fight. And that's why I put the people that I put in the thumbnail, the Tanks, the Boots, the Shakurs, the Ryans, like, you need those fights to make that money to me. You need those guys. Without it, bro, Hitchens ain't justifying that respect to him unless they're just going to overpay the hell out of two people. And that could be problematic. I'm telling you, man. So shout out to Damon, though, man. You already know, man. Said, yeah, just where the hell that come from. I'm telling you. Said on GHB TV, someone close to Dave Camp said over the last 8 years, Matchroom paid Dad 1.2. You know what? That's they just reading that comment. P Hunter took the soul out of me. Yo, bro, I'm sorry if somebody want me to believe that Matchroom paid that man $125 million. They better come buy this pink unicorn I got tied up to the house, to the porch that'll take you anywhere you want to go for free. It's a magical pink unicorn, bro. $125 million over 8 years is diabolical. That's great money, but if there's no way in hell I would believe that. Now, I know they did some overpaying because Eddie Hearn admitted it, but I know damn $125 million over 8 years, man. They bogus as hell. I'm pretty sure they didn't do that. Because think about it. He would have been said something about that kind of deal and that type of money. You get what I'm saying, P. Hunter? Like, the fact that we just now hearing about it, we know that the validity of it is not solid. And he did sign Floyd. To me, that was the best move they did. Don't get credit for. Oh, didn't sign with Floyd. People bring that up. Guys, so what it do, my guy, man? How you feeling? TD was good with it. Hold on, get my boy right, man. My guy, TD. Shout out to the homie TD, man. T Will said 125 million pigs must be flying. I'm telling you. He said, yeah, I'm selling asteroids down here. B more just hit me. Blue was good with it. You hear me? And look, we got love for him. Like I said yesterday, it ain't about the money. Just don't lie to us. But let's keep going. I want to make sure y'all get what y'all supposed to get from this interview.
What I think the Crawford, the Canelos, the Devin Haney will do and sign up to do is to fight the best fight that they can available. And that's all that we can do. You know what I'm saying? We know that we're in the mix. Devin is the best welterweight in the world, period. So it doesn't matter who it is next. It's more important to us that there is a structure moving forward. You know what I mean? And not all this talk about what is Devin going to do next and does he have any options and all this other shit. I think that it's a great opportunity to put that narrative to bed if the people don't mind. But if the people prefer the other, then hey man, we might consider that.
Hey, you know what?
I mean? Do they like the fact that Devin is the hottest free agent in the game and able to make all of the fights that the people would like to make happen, or do you prefer Devin showing you that he's worth all the structure that a company would like and a company would like to build off of and where?
Man, that shit be sounding good, but bro, man, all due respect, he be saying a whole lot of nothing. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, bro, yo, they're gonna keep asking the questions because you're not answering them respectfully. And I mean this with all due respect. I ain't gotta make this a personal thing. I ain't going at Bill, but nah, bro, you still not answering the question. People want to hear about potential names that he could fight. Yes, people are gonna ask who he fight next. He had a win with Brian Norman, and I think he could have capitalized off some momentum, but I think y'all kind of let it kind of die down without having that next fight lined up and figured out. And I'm not blaming y'all for it, but y'all kind of missed the kind of pick up on that momentum. Like your name was in the mix, like after the Norman win, they was, people was calling this shit a masterclass. And I think by not securing either of these unifications and letting as much time elapse, it kind of gave people enough time to speculate, question, rumors to come out, fights not to materialize, right? Narratives to be pushed. And now we're here in a situation where it's like, now you got the biggest one of all, and people just want to know, who the hell are you fighting? Thrill Hill, you already know his word salad B. You know what I'm saying? My guy FaZe, what it do, homie? Try to get Rolly, but he ducked, right? Like, and look, he out here Bill shitting again. Shout out to Jay. Hey, what's good, homie? How you feeling? Hey, peace. You can't convince the world that Rolly is the one that ducked when he was the one that sent the offer. Now, I won't say that Devin Haney ducked because that's corny. You got to keep it consistent for me anyway, right? It's not that Devin Haney ducked. It's Devin Haney. It's business. Devin Haney wasn't able to secure the money, right? The PBC wasn't willing to pay him what he was asking for. It's business as usual. That shit happens a lot. So Devin Haney had to move on. And I told all of y'all, I said it, y'all, for everybody that listened to me, I said, yo, it ain't no need to panic. It's just people are scrambling because the YouTube moved faster than the business of boxing. But y'all all heard me say it. I said, I guarantee you Devin and Bill gonna figure it out. Now, again, it's very early, and we don't know if this announcement is them figuring it out, but I think it could be the start. You know what I'm saying? At least it starts to change the narrative a bit, right? The narrative starts to switch. You get me? You know what I'm saying? The narrative starts to switch. So now that he may have figured it out, I'm happy for him. Cool. Like we I'm with you, Debo. I'm with you. And you know what I'm saying? I'm with you. Make that bread, but fight these fights. Keep being great, right? You in a position to really prove this shit. You prove some people wrong. You can continue to prove them wrong, right? You say you beat the best welterweight, so you became the best welterweight. Now put a stamp on that shit. Put a stamp on that shit and run through the rest of these dudes. I ain't saying right like it's gonna be easy, but that's where I'm at. I want to see the dude win. Make the fights. Beat Ryan's ass, man. That's why I would have loved to see you get the Rolly fight. Scrape him, take his title. Somebody got to do it, right? Somebody got to fight Rolly. Believe it or not, somebody got to fight him. You know what I'm saying? You got Conor Ben floating around. Beat one of these dudes up. Devin, you in a division, respect to the welterweights, but you in a division where nobody is got control over it, and you got one of the pieces to the puzzle, and you can keep adding to it. These guys need to make fights with you the same way you need fights with them. Y'all need each other. Difference is, you got the ups in these fights and these matchups. People will have him as the favorite and possibly beating these guys. You get what I'm saying? Fight them. Fight these dudes and beat their ass. That's where I'm at. That's how you eliminate these questions. You know what I mean? Staying active. Keep doing what you do. Go beat somebody or go get somebody else in the ring with you and beat their ass, bro. Straight like that. Big shout out to Damon. Appreciate that 30 piece, man. In the super chat. Much love, much appreciation. He said, for being my favorite channel on YouTube. That's love, and I appreciate that, family. Much love to my dog, Damon. He said, I'm talking about after the Brian Norman fight. Oh, yeah. Right. He ain't do no ducking, though, you know? Bill Jive. Shout out to Cut. He said, AKA Dab Us Fights Tuna. Gotta fight somebody. Platform that Bill do interviews on, they all suckers for just letting it lie. See, I think what culture is, right? I've seen him do interviews earlier on with Bill, and I've seen him grill him before and kind of not let him off the hook. But I think now, and this is just my opinion of observing, I think coaches like, man, y'all know what it is. I'm gonna ask the questions. I'm gonna let them tell me what it is. I'm gonna try to ask as many of the right questions as I can, but you can't dictate how he gonna answer them, right? I can only tell y'all how I see it based on how he answered these questions. Shout out to Conquest. What's good with it? Money is a part of the economy. Most applications to obtain things require you to list earnings. Many sports list player contract values. Yeah. What's shown with the dumbest statements about pocket watching. Yeah, that's why I don't believe it's pocket watching. It's a reason, right? Don't the Ali Act make it so that purses and things have to be reported, so we know that guys are getting the money that they're supposed to be getting, et cetera, et cetera. So that's why I never really got into the pocket watching thing. I think it becomes a part of the conversation because that be a real driving force to either pushing the fight over the edge or fight falling apart and not happening. We just seen it with Devin and Rolly. Why didn't that fight happen? Money. Devin said the money was cool first, and then he said he couldn't get the guarantee. So I get it. Move on to the next order of business, and I hope he could get a good opponent next in his next fight. Simple.
You know, right now what I noticed, Bill, there's a lot of businessmen in boxing.
So you're gonna check.
There's a lot of businessmen in boxing right now online. And I know you say we won't cut other people's pockets, but right now, you have people from both sides. People who like Devin Haney and people who don't like Devin Haney are doing that. They're having arguments, debates about potential money that Devin Haney could or could not be doing. So one breath they say we don't pocket watch, but in the other breath they pocket watching. So I made an exception to the rules. We have something called Pocket Watching Tuesdays over here. But however, this is what's going on. So the people debating that, they want to know about the money because they're living vicariously through their favorite fighter or fighters. So you got to let the people know, man.
So, okay, well, to all the friends, the family, and fans.
Yeah, right.
I mean, watch the pockets because we do it for you. And if you need something, hit us up. You dig what I'm saying? Now, to everybody that's not, don't worry about it, man. You know what I mean? Don't worry about it.
You got to give it to Bill, bro. He know how to say something and just make the situation so much lighter than what it is, bro. That's why this shit could never make me mad. It's like what Teach said. How could you be mad when he in this comedic mode? Like, it don't piss me off. Basically, let me say this. What I get from how he's answering the questions is he said it from the very beginning. He said all he could say with those tweets. He even posed them as questions. So at the end of the day, he could say he never said it was etched in stone. He asked the question, right? He could say that, but I think he kind of his hands is tied in terms of trying to put more details than what he already put out there. I think he said more than enough, and maybe whoever he's involved in maybe don't want him to say more than what he did, because that's what it sounds like to me. That's why he's not answering more than what he's not giving us the answers we really want. You know what I'm saying? About the inbox him. That's me a fool. Right now, that's me said that's it.
Do your best. Do your best to put your favorite fighter in the ring so he can get him some. Unless you're not interested in it.
Hey, but look, Bill, look here, man. You don't start us some shit, boy. You don't start us some shit on this. Hey, the game, listen, the game needs you, man. You can't be quiet. The game needs you, dog. Like, you can't be disappearing. People don't hear that from you. This shit been born. This shit been born. We need you back popping.
Well, I promise you, it took me a long time to process all these zeros.
Hey, Judah, I swear you a fool, bro. I remember that. What makes you think he's supposed to get dumber than everybody else and dude just start wilding?
So listen, by the time I processed everything, I want to come out when we was right. You know what I mean? So I look forward. I look forward to coming back when the powers that be give the announcement, at the appropriate time. You know what I'm saying? I think that I did enough trouble starting. You know what I mean?
Okay, now we gonna hold you to this now. When y'all get the money, when the powers that be make the announcement, you gotta let a nigga hold something. You gotta give something back to the community, Bill. That's all I'm saying. Now you can't.
You heard you called it Teach. He said took him a long time to process them zeros. So he confirming it. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna let the people argue about it. I'm just here to bring y'all what was I consider to be the best update you got. Shout out to Coach again for sitting down and interviewing Bill. Bill did his typical Bill stuff without, he danced around certain questions, but I don't think it's with bad intent. I think it's, he just, how I go with this business of boxing, man. Certain shit they can't speak on before all the details are ironed out. So, you know what I'm saying? I think anytime if you're a part of a deal as lucrative as what he reported on Twitter, yeah, you would be happy about it too, especially if your name was just trying to be dragged through the mud and people went from saying how you was overpaid and your value wasn't this or that, and then for you to get, ink a deal that could be, that much money, hell yeah, you're gonna be happy. You know what I'm saying? Bill cap and gown. It's no news. So Bill said BS to stir things up. And I truly hope that's not what he did, Jay, because that's gonna be nasty work. $100 million lies that's gonna follow you for the rest of your career. You get me? So you better be careful with the capitry.
From nothing, you're known. Now I've been around you, so I know for a fact that it ain't people. A whole bunch of people hate you. I've been around you. I see people come up to you and want to take pictures with you and all that stuff. There,
Coach, I promise you, I need you to come with me because all my pockets will be full, and so will yours. Now, come on now, but listen, let me tell the people. You know,
Coach is a fool, bro. Bill is a damn idiot.
You do a great job. And anything that I do, right, anything that I do is not a reflection of a payment for anything, but it will be appreciation and a show of gratitude to everyone that's been in this journey with us. May no man be denied of anything with us.
Man, Bill, listen, man. I you know, on the real, like I said before, I like what I see going. It's a different era. What I will say, it appears that the Zuffa boxing. Let me ask you this: what do you think about what's going on? Because from what I'm seeing, it seems like it's a power struggle. I know you ain't got nothing to do with this, but it seems like there's a power struggle. You see what's going on with.
Could be, that's me. It could be, but my thing is, it's like I'm less inclined to believe it's Turkey because I don't believe that he was particularly too excited about the two outings that he had back to back, Ramirez and Brian Norman. And you know, I got a scoop on some things. You know, Turkey is a slick guy. You know, so if he's in on the Devin Haney business, I think we'll know in the coming weeks for sure. If he's all in, if it's coming from him, if it's Zuffa, wherever it's from, I think it's going to either be exposed or proven to be true in the next coming weeks or so. You know what I mean? But I get it. It makes me wonder, though. You know what I'm saying? Who is it that's giving out that type of bag? And if so, who else are they going to be willing to pay?
What Eddie, how he feel about Dana White and Zuffa? You know, Oscar De La Hoya, he it's like he's obsessed with him. What do you see going on in that power dynamic right there? You know, people looking at Zuffa like they counting them out. They ain't got nothing going on. It's over with for them. This for the people who don't like them. But I'm hearing it's the total opposite of that. What say you?
Well, you know what? I'm doing everything, praying and hoping that everyone can come together to make the biggest and the best fight happen because I hope that everybody that the powers that be can come together to make the best fights happen. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's what I want to be. I want to be.
Hey, what do you think about Bill? What do you think about we have Top Rank, they landed on their feet, they got to deal with DAZN. Of course, Matchroom is with DAZN. Of course, Golden Boy is with DAZN. Two of the I want to say 3 or 4 big well-known American promotional companies, they're all with DAZN. Then you got Queensberry. So you have 4 of the major promotional companies with DAZN. PBC is the only one that's not. You get what I'm saying? So can you foresee maybe a PBC eventually going over there to DAZN, all the promotional companies on one platform?
I can't, like I said, I can't speak for anyone but me. We're willing to work with everybody that can be worked with. You know what I'm saying? Like if someone hasn't worked with us, that's on them because we've tried to do everything. I think that our last situation, we done what we could to work with PBC, and there was no money. Yeah. And I think that, you know, everyone said is you know, we should, you know, bet on ourselves and all that.
See, that shit hit different. That's why I told y'all it's funny. It's funny how he's saying that bet on it yourself term, but I specifically remember a certain fan base and company yelling to a certain fighter to bet on himself and take less than he expected. Now, when y'all being told to bet on yourself, it hit different, don't it? But y'all was telling a certain somebody to take 25% regardless of what you thought you was worth. Yeah, take it anyway. Bet on yourself. Call his bluff. But when y'all asked to do the same thing, boss up, bet on yourself. You get what I'm saying? Call people's bluff. It's a whole different ball game. Then y'all relate back to the business. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him. I just say that, and I don't go for everybody, but it was some people that was saying that to Core about the 25% bet on yourself. But you see, Bill is not a fan of that. And didn't I tell y'all this? This just proves what I've already always said about that term. That shit came from people within the boxing community. All that bet on yourself, because fans don't have to take punishment. Fans ain't doing 8, 10, 12, 14-week training camps and then having to go out there and fight a killer. You get what I'm saying? Or another top guy talking about take less money than what you worth. You get what I'm saying? If somebody told you was going to get paid, you get what I'm saying, 20%, 25% less than what you know you worth, you wouldn't go to work the next day. You wouldn't show up. So again, that shit started on the internet with fans that don't understand the way the business works. And because they want to see a fight, they expect a fighter to get screwed over in negotiations and not get what they worth. Get what I'm saying? So I appreciate Bill highlighting that because it proves what I already know. That betting on yourself stuff is not something that's being said when it's time to do business, because if the numbers ain't right, if the deal ain't right, the situation ain't right, dudes are walking away and not making fights. Ain't nobody betting on themselves, not in the way that fans use that term. You know what I'm saying? When the fans say bet on yourself or call somebody bluff, it basically means take a stupid deal to prove that you're willing to fight. And I think that's foolish. You know what I'm saying? That's foolish as hell. It's funny how things look to them. Yeah, when the tables turn around, it's more logic being used, Marcus, but I feel like the same logic should be applied when it's another person. That's all. Motown was good with it, homie. You betting on yourself, you can't sell, then you shouldn't ask for money you can't produce. Yeah, but again, I just want to be clear. When I'm using the term betting on yourself, from when I started hearing it, first time I've ever heard it, it was because fans wanted to see a fighter take less money than what they were worth to get in there and fight. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like boxing, taking up a sport of boxing, trying to be a professional is betting on yourself, period, right? So I think it is, you know what I'm saying? I'm with you. I think it is betting on yourself anyway. But to ask somebody to screw themselves over in negotiations so to entertain you was crazy. I would never ask a fighter to do that. Actually, I think Floyd started that. When he took the Oscar fight. Remember, Oscar did Floyd dirty. Oh, yeah, with the, what was it, 70-30? I think it was 70-30. I think it was 70-30 he did. Hit that like button, y'all. We got over 60 people in the building. Let's keep rocking.
What does bet on yourself mean? I got a GED, so you got to help me out. What does that mean?
Well, I mean, I think
right, Don, you feel me?
Our best and taking the situation into our hands, right?
Yeah.
I think that's what betting on yourself, okay? And and God will.
Hey, real quick, I like the answer that he gave. I like the answer that Bill gave. He said betting on yourself to him is taking the situation into your own hands. So when he was telling a certain somebody to bet on himself, he took the situation into his own hands and he played the card that he could. It's good to see that y'all really think alike when it's really time to make the moves. You know what I'm saying? So I like the answer that he gave. That's what betting on yourself is, man. Taking control of the situation, not going into negotiations and getting screwed over because fans are telling you how much you worth, right? You know what I'm saying? And they ain't never made a fight ever in their life. So that's wild. Shout out to CJ. What's good, homie? Frequent. What it do, man? 70-30 gloves, ring size, got the name on the Floyd's kids, everything. You stupid. Say you got the name on the Floyd kids too. Damn.
And inshallah, we'll have an announcement soon. And what we were able to bet on ourselves, we'll be able to offer somebody something where they couldn't offer us anything. I don't want to ever go into something and saying that. You know what I mean? So you can look for us offering somebody something versus not. You know what I mean? Even though, you know, we're straight. You know what I mean? I think what he said was, you know, he was straight and we should be able to find ours. So we managed a way to find ours and his. You know what I mean? And we'll be back. We'll be back.
Well, look, listen, tell Debo, I said that, look, man, Bill, I got to work with you because you the manager and the promoter. Bill, look, man, listen, I need a contract. Tell Debo, tell the Sheik, tell whoever, Dana, whoever. Look here, man, I want the smoke. I mean, I ain't got no issues, but I don't think, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want much. I don't want much. You ain't got to break the bank with me. Just give me a little meal. I'll come out of retirement. Look, you work with that kind of money, shit.
I'm gonna tell you though, we couldn't. No. All bullshit aside, we couldn't do it without you guys. You know what I'm saying? Period. So we all, all bullshit aside. All the, including IKEY, including Blue Blood, you know what I mean? BF, 7-8, everyone. You know what I'm saying? We couldn't be in this position that we're in if we didn't have you guys, because we know that traditional media, or I don't want to say old media, but I just want to say traditional. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right? Because they're still got their same thing, and I don't think that we could mix it up the way that we did if we didn't have you guys. So I always feel in debt to come over, share news, talk, do whatever. You know what I mean?
Like I said, teacher, if you want to come up for a few minutes, I got one little short video to play because Tim Bradley basically responded to all this going on in a real short video. I'm gonna play that, and then feel free if you want to come up.
Hey, look, Bill, listen, Dev got a big enough name. You gotta go over there. You gotta go in that streaming world too, bro. You gotta do that. He can do it. And listen, Sean, okay, if the Dev don't do it, Sean can do it. Yeah, man, go in the streaming world, bro. I mean, you ain't gotta do the game goofy shit that's what's going on with AB and stuff like that. He got a substance abuse problem, but it appears. But bro, you get what I'm saying? Like, you got to cover all the bases.
I promise you, bro. Our main plan is to go in this gym and stay ready to fuck these niggas up. Period. That's what our whole job is right now. At Devin at 27 is to be the best fighter in the world. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And take all the fades. So and the streaming is part of it. But as a youngster, you know what I'm saying? Growing up in boxing, right? Devin's whole thing has been always to be a fighter. That's why you can see what he's leaning into. He's training like a motherfucker. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? Where other guys say they're not training and they leave all these other excuses. I think that's why he's also picked for his professionalism and is willing to the main narrative be the fight game.
So, but Bill, is there a
you already know, Rich. Trust me, I'll be knowing.
We talk about this before on this show, but do you feel that there's an effort, so to speak? Because I do know that a lot of these promotional companies, they do use bots, disinformation campaigns that's going on. That's a part of it. And you do a good job in trying to put out certain media fighters. I mean, media fires and stuff like that. Because we know it's a dirty game in the background. How do you navigate through that? Because you're working with people. Some of these people may not like you.
Yeah. But you got to understand, and then for anybody else that's listening, right? Because they work the bots and all that, but they also know how much resistance you give them as well. So, I mean, if they're getting resistance and they're spending and they're campaigning and they're spending money for bots and all those other things, then they feel it. You know what I'm saying? They can feel by once they stop spending with the bots what it looks like. You know what I mean? So, it becomes one of them things that hopefully with me is you can't beat us, so join us.
Yeah. I mean, for the most,
because our shit is real. Our shit is real. You know what I'm saying? If you really want your shit covered, you really want it to what's the name, then you do just like I do. Organically go over and you know what I mean, and answer the tough questions.
You and Devin was the first ones that I can remember.
I get it, man. Like I said, for me, everybody gonna hear and see this differently. I just feel like it's not a lot that he can say, obviously, right? He said enough. He letting y'all know, look, it's a big ass deal out there for us that we're part of. And I guess we'll get to more details in the coming weeks. Like I said, I'll just sit back and be patient. You know what I'm saying? But I understand people's want to know who's next, right? I get it. It's boxing, bro. We like, damn, who you fighting? You know what I'm saying? So
that really started this social media stuff. What is a fighter? Started his own podcast, not podcast, but his own YouTube channel. You started it before it really became popular for this generation. Do you feel that you guys get the credit for that, or people just forgotten all about that?
I mean, you look at the situation that we're in right now and can tell that we've been given the credit, and now we're starting to get the cash.
Man, that's amazing, bro. I'm gonna tell you something, man. I mean, of course, you in a better situation than I am from a knowledge standpoint. So you would know more about this than me. Again, man, if y'all can get that kind of bread, bro, Lord have mercy, man. That's generational wealth. Congratulations. And bro, like it's very inspirational because just coming from where you came from, where you and Dev came from, and then get to this point, and he's 27 years old, almost 30. And like I said, you know more than I do. So, like you said, when the powers that be decide to announce it, so be it. But yeah, man, that's hella fire, bro. That's hella fire for you to be able to pull that off. If you're able to do it.
Absolutely. All right. Well, I'm looking forward to this next chapter in Devin's career. Inshallah, we'll the powers that be and everything, and then Devin will get together and roll out the good news that we're looking for. All right.
All right. All right, shout out to Bill. Yes, sir.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.
Shout out to Bill, man. I thought that was cool. I mean, look, you like I said, sometimes these interviews leave you asking, more questions than you get answers. And I could just tell by the way he talked, it seems like it's very premature in whatever deal that they got going on. A lot of times in boxing, things ain't done until they're done, right? You know what I'm saying? A lot can happen. And a deal could be on the table 1 minute and then off the next, or you'll find yourself working through a deal and then something can happen and now it's off. Like, it's just so many moving parts. So the reason why I'm not going to over grill him on his business, because I can't tell him he lying about his own business. I don't know. But I said this, that's the answers. We trying to get the answer. That's the question we want the answer to. Then just sit back and watch and you'll see it. It's propaganda, because that one I think would be bad for the brand to come out and lie like that. So I'm going to just reserve some judgment, and I'm going to say he just spoke. It's early, but he spoke on something. He let y'all know, look, this is what we on. This is what we about to do. So we'll see how it materializes. But I want to see something play out before I deem him a liar. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just, okay, this is what you said. You came on True Media. You said, you had to process the zeros. You stamped it like, yeah, man, we getting this bag. So, okay, now we just going to sit back and watch it play out. Ill Status Boxing was good. They got it. Definitely congrats to him. But I'm not going to grill him and call him no liar. I don't know what his business is. I can just listen to what he said and just let it play out. But this is what Tim Bradley's response was to this situation coming out. You stupid, Don, stupid.
Man, y'all heard about that $100 million? Y'all want to know what I think? The shit is real. The shit is real.
TV about to bust. TV about to look. Y'all know I'm a fair guy. I had to, let y'all hear from Bill. Then, look, everybody listening to Bradley. Don't act like y'all not. Know what I'm saying? He over there on YouTube tearing it up. Shout out to the Stormtroopers. But Tim Bradley saying, man, I'm going to tell you now, it's real. Tim about to mess y'all up, man. Blunt, my homie, what's good with it, bro? Shout out to Jordan, man. Everybody at the like button, man.
Yo, Tim doesn't Storm Bradley. You already know the damn rest.
You already know the damn
rest. Y'all heard about that $100 million? Y'all want to know what I think? The shit is real. The shit is real. See, y'all talking about cap because y'all hating on Dev. Nah, man, for real. Bill don't say nothing unless it's for real, man. Every now and then he'll pop off. But when it come down to business, Bill don't play. Nah, Bill is 1,000%. He's saying what's right. That Dev has the potential to make that $100 million. Yeah, he does. Absolutely. And, I'm seeing fighters and stuff, talk about, oh, it's cap, this, that, all this. Listen to me. All the ones that are saying that, that's cap. No, your ass was included in the deal, too. Yeah, your ass was included in the damn deal. You don't even know it yet, but your ass is included too. Yeah, because to get that type of money, you got to fight the best. Yeah,
see. So that's all I'm saying. Look, if it's real, that mean we could potentially see him in there with some of the best fighters in the world. That's great for boxing. Let his money be his money. I just care about the fights. That's why I'm optimistic. I want to believe it. I want it to be true because I believe the only way you get through that money is if by fighting the best fighters in the world. He even said the Tanks, the Shakurs, the Ryans, right? The Boots, Ennis is like those you got to walk through the gauntlet. That's what I believe. And Devin Haney said it. Look, I'm willing to make the best fights. I want to fight, the best guys out there. I want to prove that I'm the best, right? So those are the kind of caliber of fighters I think you fight to make that money. So before I say it's fake, I'll just let it be what it is. Y'all reported it, cool. I have no way to validate or prove if it's fake or not, but time will do that. I keep telling y'all, watch, sit back and enjoy the show, bro. And again, I would rather this be true than false, because that's great for boxing, not just for Dev, his pockets, and his family, right? That's great for us as the fight junkies we are, because we get to see him in some matchups that we probably really wanted to see him in. Maybe that Shakur fight can go through a teach. You hear me? You get me? So it ain't all bad. Pugilism was good. It ain't all bad. You know what I mean? It ain't all bad, but let's see. Let's see. Then you had to get Shakur in there. That's why they came with the propaganda on him. Telling you they got to. Look, I talked to somebody today. That was a real thing about them wanting to fight with Shakur, but the only problem is they just got to get that ideal over to his team, and they got to sit down and try to negotiate and really make a fight. You know what I'm saying? But let me rewind this a little bit. I would just want y'all to make sure y'all hear what TV said.
Listen to me. All the ones that saying that that's cap. No, your ass was included in the deal too. Yeah, your ass was included in the damn deal. You don't even know it yet, but your ass is included too. Yeah, because to get that type of money, you got to fight the best. Yeah, you know. So anybody about 47, yeah, Brian Garcia, your ass was in it. I know. Yeah, he gonna be in it. You know. Shit, Shakur. Oh, your ass definitely gonna be in it. Shit, okay. If Tank, you know, finally fucking come out fucking hiding, you know, come out your goddamn cave. That Tank, you know, he come out from hiding. Shit, your ass gonna be in it too. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of guys out there that can generate that type of money for him, for real. So, do I believe it? Hell yeah. And you know what? And Zuffa, I told y'all right now, man, y'all better get that money right now. Just like, you remember when Eddie Hearn?
Yeah, the people that sign up and align themselves with Zuffa early probably going to be the ones that get the best deals or benefits from dealing with Zuffa. I could only imagine, because while they trying to get things off the ground and open eyes and become an attraction for other fighters and a landing spot for these other fighters to go to, they're going to have to make splashes. And I think that's what they're trying to do. That's why they've been making these announcements, quietly snatching up these fighters. So I think if you was to deal with Zuffa, I think the best time to do it would be now, right? Where before they fully get established, where they could possibly be in a situation where they could be a bit pressed or desperate, if you will, to sign on somebody, make a crazy deal for one of these fighters. We Fight All Night was good. Ernest was good. Got a real question. Take your time with this one. Oh, all right, let's keep going.
Came in the game, like came in strong.
That's you got. Yeah, you got to line it up with me too. Yeah. When he said Tank and hiding, that all that mean to me is Tank been outside the ring, man. He been out of sight, out of mind. He dealing with the legal situation. I've heard Tim say some real positive stuff about Tank. You know what I'm saying, in regards to why he been away. But when he say hiding, I don't really look at it as nothing big. He just saying, bro, come back out to play. It's time for you to get some mud on your boots. You know what I'm saying? That means come back to the sport. You know what I'm saying? And he I think he just said in a recent interview, you know, or video, like when Tank is in the sport of boxing, the sport is better with Tank when he here. So it is, and that's all. He come back to play, basically. That's all that mean. Come out of hide, mean come out and play. You know what I'm saying? Come snatch up some of these guys and put some of these heads on sticks. You know what I'm saying? Like your fans been wanting you to see you do. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think he, you know, I don't hear just negative stuff. I hear it on both sides. I be hearing, you know, Tim give Tank his just due. I've heard him do it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he be a little hard on him, but trust me, he know what the talent level is that Tank possessed, and that's why he would ask him to come out. You know what I mean? Come out of hiding, because he know the sport is better with him in it. An active Tank, focused Tank is a dangerous Tank, and it's better for boxing.
And he got that new deal, and he was throwing money around. You know what I mean? To entice people to come over. You know what I mean? Hey, you earn with Hearns. You know what I mean? That was the saying that was popping around. Oh, you earn with Hearns. Yeah. And then PBC came out. You know, they had their hedge fund, and they was overpaying fighters and stuff like that. Like, in order to grab the fighters, you got to overpay them. And right now, Zuffa willing to overpay to get these damn fighters, man.
Hell no, Ernest, no. Is the first boxer's ability to get $100 million worth selling the sport out of Dana White and losing the Ali Act? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But I just don't think overall they're going to be able to have the impact that they're looking to have if they're not willing to play ball with the rest of boxing, right? You can't come in and they can't be their own league, their own show. They don't have enough talent to sustain that kind of business, in my opinion, right? Like without the talent, like how you get me? You can't basically tell people get down and lay down without the talent to make people want to get down and lay down. So they gonna have trouble. I mean, look, they already got some shit passed, but I just feel like it's not gonna be the way they think it's gonna be because again, you got to play ball with the rest of boxing, and if you're not doing that, it's gonna be next to impossible to put on the best fights. That's all they keep yelling about, putting on the best fights and the biggest fights. Well, the only way that's even possible is if they deal with the rest of boxing. Not the hell with them. You know what I'm saying? I hope whoever goes.
So y'all better get y'all money. Stop bullshitting, man. Hey, fuck the politics. Hey, get in there and get that money and get gone. That's it. Shit, half of y'all already are Hall of Famers. Shit, it's time for y'all to just get that money. Yeah. Shit, Deb a Hall of Famer already. Shit, you know what I'm saying? So he signed with Zuffa. He cool. He cool because he already a Hall of Famer. You know, and he gonna fight the best over there. So in order to make $100 million, he gotta fight against people that's gonna generate money. And that includes all y'all bozos out there that are saying, oh, yeah, that's cap. That's cap. I ain't talking about you dumbass YouTubers. I'm talking about, no, the fighters out there saying, nah, I don't think that's real. No, that shit is real. It's real. Yeah. That's the type of money they throwing over there. Yep. And now, I don't know how many fights, but I know it's going to be quite a bit of fights. But shit, Bill said before he's 30. Before he's 30, he's 28 right now. Yeah, within the next 2 years, that's 4 fights. 4 fights now. $100 million. Yeah, it might be 4 or 5 fights, but it's up there probably around $100 million. No doubt about it in my damn mind. Anyways, hey, Bill, keep doing your thing. Haney, keep doing your thing, man. For real. You already a Hall of Famer. Get that money. Anyways, Tim Desert Storm Bradley, you already know the damn rest, and I'm out.
I ain't gonna lie like that. You already know the damn rest, and I'm out. Yeah, man, you gotta love it. So look, I play these different things because it's cool to hear different people's perspectives. It's not, the conversation is not that interesting to me if everybody's saying the same thing. Everybody's saying cat without really knowing anything. That's tough to say. Like, yeah, we can speculate why you think it might be, but you can't officially come out and say you know for 100% it's not real, right? Tim, I think if you listen to him, he said it's real in my mind, like it's real. And then the reason why I can understand the point that he's making is because he said the same thing I said, right? And just in a different way. I told y'all yesterday my goal or my job wasn't to prove that Bill was lying or telling the truth, but to try to make sense out of the deal that he put out there, like Tim Bradley is doing. So that's why I think he said, in my mind, it's real because, all right, he believes that Bill gonna speak on business that way, then he gonna be keeping it 100, like when it comes to his business, right? It'll be crazy to just come out of nowhere and just lie about $100 million deal. That's wild to do. I don't care how desperate you are. That's bad business. But the fighter in him is making him say, well, you know what? I think it is real. I think it could be real because of Zuffa. They look like they paying, right? And he basically like, look, that means you're gonna have to fight the best fighters in the world. That's all. So I'm cool with it. I can believe it if that's what's in store for you, right? If you're really gonna go out there and fight the best fighters in the world, then we could potentially see some shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But shout out to my dog, man. Shout out to my guy, man. PVC did it. DAZN did it. I see. Overpaying. Yeah, overpaying. DAZN admitted to overpaying. You know what I mean? PVC, not so much. I'm trying to stop the Benavidez train because if he becomes as popular as we think and he champ at Zuffa around his division, the belt is going to be generic. Yeah, man. Benavidez need to be appreciated, I think, by boxing overall. You feel me? That's what I believe, man. He doing it the right way. I think everybody should be able to get behind him and support him. Sport the belts and the leagues are only as good as the fighters involved in representing pugilism. You couldn't be more right, bro. I agree 1,000,000%. And that's why I'm saying they can't be what they're talking themselves into being if they don't have the talent to put on the kind of fights that they're promising people. They're promising people the best fights and the best shows in the world. And right now it's going to be a bit of an empty promise until they're able to secure more impactful names, more meaningful names, or just put on the fights that the people want to see the most. You know, but we're going to keep rolling, man. We're going to hear from everybody. Look, Teofimo, he did a little short video. He gave his thoughts on this situation, this deal. Keyshawn Davis, I believe he spoke on it as well. We're going to get to all of that, man. Everybody hit the like button. We're just going to keep it rolling. Whoever come to the company to prevent other promoters matching their deal. Yeah, they might be in the same situation the Zone was in first, having to overpay. You know what I'm saying? To even be a attractive landing spot to people. This is why I think we can get an announcement with Conor Ben coming out. Oh, 15 million, one fight. I think that was to get people like, oh, you know what I mean? Make the boxing world go, oh, you know, they paying, and the fighters mainly like, oh, okay, they paying you. And I think that's one of their, I don't know, driving points to getting you to come there is making people feel like they can make a whole lot of money going there. So, you know what I mean? Maybe it's a good tactic, but I think it's only going to work for the people that go rock with them early in the game. Frequent, what it do, homie? Two Sizzle was in the building. Let's go. This is T.O. giving his thoughts on the situation. Let's go. And how a potential fight with him and Devin Haney will go. This is what he said, man.
T.O., do you want the
That's Ernest.
What's up, T.O.?
Yo, what's up, guys?
What do you think about you and Haney? How does that end?
Me and Haney?
Yeah.
With my hand raised?
If Haney gets
Decision knockout. Decision knockout? It's gotta be a knockout.
If Haney gets 100 mil, what does T.O. get from Sufa?
200.
Bill said 100 bands.
Man, that's false. Ain't no way they paying that much.
If they are, you're gonna get double. What's T.O.'s asking price if it is 100 million though?
Man, I just want
Why
the
would he
best
tell
fights.
you his asking price? I'll be asking. I'm asking.
Smart deals, good deals.
What's going on, T.O.? How you been?
Been great, man.
Yeah.
Doing well.
How's your pops?
My father, he's good. He was just here, but he just left.
Yeah.
He headed back to the south.
Yeah, you had the longest lines at that expo. Nobody
that was
had
cool,
line.
right?
That was for hours and hours. And Andy Ruiz's son came to you. I don't know if you knew who he was.
Real quick, as far as that go, from what it sounded like with Eddie, what caused him to be in the situation he was with Conor Ben is that he didn't have him officially signed up to no paperwork. So technically, when he left to make the Zuffa deal, it was nothing stopping him from doing that legally, right? It was nothing stopping him from going over there and making that deal with him. And that was on Eddie Hearn because he felt like they was cool. He didn't have to tie him down to no contract and have him on paperwork. But he see how that backfired on him. So he told them, see, this is the trick though. If you was listening, We Fight All Night, he said he was told by the lawyers and stuff that this 15 million was for one fight. But he was saying we're gonna get to the bottom of that and find out if it's true. Because he said, I don't believe it. There's no way they paying him this much to fight Regis on the way out without having any hand on his next fights. And now you see it. They got a hand on his next fights. You know what I mean? And 4 more fights under there. So they was slick to do that. But T.O. says, man, he fight Devin. He's gonna spark him out. Got to end in a knockout. And of course he'd say that. But you had opportunity to fight him last and you didn't. Hopefully you revisit that going to 47. Hopefully if y'all both go to Zuffa, it's definitely a fight that you go make. Because it's easy to sit here and talk about how you'll knock him out. But when it was time to fight him, you kept talking about boots when you had a real fight in front of you. So.
Yeah. That was awesome, man. We spoke for a little bit, chopped it up. It was good to just to see that all around.
How do you? What's going on, T.O.? How you been?
Been great, man.
Yeah.
Doing well.
How's your pops?
My father, he's good. He was just here, but he just left.
Yeah.
He headed back to the south.
Yeah, you had the longest lines at that expo. Nobody had line. That was for hours and hours. And Andy Ruiz's son came to you. I don't know if you knew who he was.
Yeah. That was awesome, man. We spoke for a little bit, chopped it up. It was good to just to see that all around.
How do you
I
feel?
wish Andy was there though.
Benavidez' performance, man. It's the talk of the week.
It was great, man. He did his thing.
Yeah.
It was tailor made. It was perfect, and he did his part, man. I would like the only person that could probably challenge him would be Bivol.
Who's it?
Bo?
I saw them spar. It was very competitive years ago with big gloves and headgear.
Yeah, but
David's in a new place right now.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Is he in a tough place because he's at cruiserweight, and then if he drops back down to 175, or the fight with Usyk is a heavyweight, then he's in a hard place. How should he maneuver that? Like, how should
if he's cruiserweight, then they have a new weight class, a bridgerweight, or is that only WBC side?
Yeah,
only WBC.
Yeah, that's an option.
You know what I mean? And he's basically WBC's world champion, so they could probably round him there too. So many avenues.
You know what I think about that, P. Hunter? I don't believe Tio was ever truly serious about fighting Boots. I just don't. I don't. Like, and one of the reasons why I feel like that, like, how is he saying no to Devin Haney, but yes to Boots? You get what I'm saying? Like, you got a guy right in front of you, but you gonna say no to Devin and being like, what about the Boots fight? Like, seemed like he was trying to ask for the more unrealistic fight, and he knew that, you know, Boots had no real interest in fighting him. So it's easy to ask for a fight when you know the other guy ain't interested. Think about this. Look how slick they are. Yeah, he could try to say that's the fight he wanted most, but wouldn't you switch when you change your mind? How could you want something when it don't want you? So Boots didn't want to fight you, and they telling you Devin do. Don't you think the right thing to do if you would fighting any and everybody is to have fought Devin, and he still didn't do it? You know what I'm saying? So I just never believed he really was going to try to fight. You know what I'm saying? I never believed he really wanted that fight with Boots. I just thought he used the name because it was like a safe clout chase, if that makes sense, right? I know Boots ain't in my weight class. It's easy. I know he ain't interested in fighting me. Pretty much saying it. You get what I'm saying? He's saying is such. Shout out to the homie Blue Wells. Why I don't see you over here? CJ, my guy. What's good with it? I don't see I see you here, but I don't see you. The Blue Wells said, "Till that ass will against Boots." Yeah, 100%. Shout out to Blue Wells, man. I don't know why I can't see you. I see you, but I don't see you in the chat at the same time.
You mentioned you think Bivol is probably the only one.
Crouch chase Bud and
because of the distance.
Yeah.
David Morrell gave him a tough fight. You know what I mean? That was just from the range a little bit here and there, and giving him a fight. So it's all good, man. I'm excited. If the rumors are true, then it's good for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, it's probably for like 10 years though.
10 years.
Do you? I guess. What do you make about signing with them? Like,
Levon,
the changes they're making in the,
you know it.
They always say follow the money, man. And in this time and day and era, it's really prize fighting. That's what it is. And we're with the main guy that says it all the time, Mayweather.
As a fighter, obviously that's what you guys should do.
The chain, I think,
secure your financial future.
I think the chain he got around his neck, it's like a snake eating his own tail or something like that. I think on the top part, it's like a snake head. It looked like a snake biting his own tail to make the chain to go around his neck. This is different, I tell you that. But, you know, he got weird style anyway. He just got an off style. Like, he wears stuff. He's shopping like the lost and found. Like, you know what I'm saying? Thrift store, like, fits. He can, Tio, keep a thrift store, corner store, bodega fit on all the time, man.
But at the same time, fighting for a Zuffa belt, some fighters are pro that. They don't really, it's like Zuffa has no real.
The Zuffa belt is, from what I heard, is just a trophy. It's not necessarily a sanctioning body belt. Yeah, but things could change within the time frame of 10 years. You know, obviously, I think Zuffa has their own promotion, and competitors can make it a little bit
Crotch was good, bro.
Let's just say for the sanctioning bodies that are everybody got to come together. I mean, if they're talking about,
I think it's some type of, it might be some type of meaning to that. I'm not sure, like a snake eating his tail. I don't know if it's good or bad, I forget, but I think that has some type of significance to it. But you know, I can't be sure. You know what I'm saying? I'm not for sure. Gas station clearance rack. Yeah, you can smell the cheese steaks and cold cuts coming off that t-shirt right now. Thrift store fit. Tell you, lost and found, bro. Bro, go to the local lost and found and get dressed. Telling you. And then go to the bodega to get his
rumors. I think you guys heard Conor Ben and Ryan Garcia. If that's the case, the WBC is going to be on the line.
Yeah.
And if Conor Ben is with Zuffa, then what are we talking about?
And it's also good, whoever wins that Zuffa trophy, their name will be edged in the Zuffa boxing history as the first. So it kind of it lives on, right? It's also good to have the first dibs at something and lay the claim, right? Like,
you got to look at it like how when 2015 Al Heyman, when they were really launching everything, they were like overpaying everybody. Then Eddie Hearn when Matchroom came in, and they were paying and overpaying everybody. Now you got Zuffa Boxing, they're paying and overpaying everybody. It's just that it's a new cycle. It's just with the.
It's like it's like when you a startup company or you trying to get your name out there, you willing to market and do things that to try to attract people to your platform. And I think what's one of the ways to do it? Pay guys a bunch of money or create this narrative at least that exists that makes people feel like going over here gets you paid all this money. And I think that's what they're doing. So we're going to see how it all materializes, man. I just can't wait to see. He said orange gold. That orange gold is crazy. Said it's gold. Orange, snake eating tail represents cycle of life, death, and rebirth. Appreciate you, Cal. I knew it meant something. Shout out to my dog, man. I appreciate you, family. Infinity, but yeah. He said, don't mark me on that. Yeah, shout out to Cal. Complain about getting extra money. Nobody in the world. Nobody. That's why I think the first batch of signees are the ones that's going to reap the best benefits, in my opinion. I think people that kind of be late to the party is not going to get the best deal that everybody else did. That's just my thoughts. I could be wrong.
People don't like it.
Go get paid.
Yeah, but from what I hear, 60% is owned by Turkey. So what are we talking?
Yeah. When are you coming back, Tio?
Thank you guys. You got to be there.
Okay. Sorry. When do you think you're coming back? When's the date to come back?
Stay tuned.
Yo, these fighters don't be knowing that. Like when they be saying stuff like that, I just don't buy it and then they perish. Just shout out to Frequent. Yeah, but it had a meaning to it. What you saying is right too. But that's what Cal said sound pretty much on point. Or what I couldn't put it in words, but I knew it meant something. I was watching a video and it was explaining snake eating his tail. But let's keep going, man. So you heard what Tio had to say. He said, oh, they ain't paying him that much, but then at the same token, he is acknowledging that they might be willing to overpay, just like the zone did a while back. Probably everybody be in this situation at first, right? While you trying to get people to rock with you, you probably gonna pay a little more than what you have to, right? In order to get people on board. And maybe that's what they did, you know? Maybe that's what they're doing. Infinite circle of life, right? They've been throwing money, but tightened up as time went by. True, Cal. He did.
Who wins? What is Sab Judas? I think he's.
Hold on. I'm looking for a different one, a shorter one. Let me see. A longer one, should I say. But yeah, man. Keith said that's a fight he said he want to see Core and Dev. He said he want to see Cole fight Dev. The only way that fight gonna happen if there's somebody putting up crazy money for him to do something that he already wasn't going to do. Other than that, I don't see it. But let's get to this. Let's keep rolling, y'all. Let's keep rolling. He hating on Dev. I don't think he hating on him though. I think he's pretty comfortable. He said he wanted to see him and Shakur fight. But he gave his thoughts on that. No evidence was up on him.
Well, if he is, hell no. Come on, that's actually too much of buzz, man.
What about Canelo and Benavidez?
I want to see Benavidez and Usyk.
Oh, who wins that one?
I don't know.
Benavidez and Usyk fight got people really talking.
I fuck with Benavidez though, so I'm gonna go for Benavidez for sure.
They say Usyk is his only challenge right now. What do you think?
He won't say anything. Can't listen to him.
So he should just stay the course, right? Drop back down and fight Dimitri?
I think he should do whatever his heart desires.
Yeah, true. You can't go wrong with that.
You can't get in the mix of fighting for fans or fighting fight for you and your family. So whatever he want to do, he in that position.
Yeah. He's earned that too as one of the better young fighters, right? Yeah. Like he's earned the right to say.
Yeah. He sells. He got a big name in the sport. He's undefeated.
Yeah.
Okay, one round am I putting money on the knockout for your fight? Is this payback for you?
How's it payback for me?
It's a rematch. You should not have a rematch.
So how's it payback for me though?
It's your opportunity to like.
If now you're spinning the block, you're don't.
I don't know what round though, but I don't do rounds no more. I don't do that. It's definitely gonna happen though. Because I would have never guessed 12th round my last fight.
No, I think your boxing IQ is so high.
For real. I was saying like 8 and stuff.
We're gonna ask him about the deal as well, about the Zuffa deal, and he gonna go in and saying what fight he want to see.
Yeah. He can fight though. I was just telling Kia that I had to watch it back like, oh, this nigga, he can fight. He can fight. I still don't understand, like, never mind.
By the way, I know you told me you sparred Richard. Richard's sparring right now. You want to do one round?
Nah, I'm losing weight right now. What's up, Tuto?
We're going to train for 1 week. We're going to get your set, boys. Go. We're going to get your set. Hey, what do you think about Lester and Julian? You like that fight?
Lester. For sure. Lester a bad motherfucker. I used to train with Lester a lot. Keon sparred Lester before too. Tell him about Lester, Keon. That's hard.
I thought that's what he was saying, P Hunter. I ain't gonna lie. For a second, I thought that's what he was about to say, but caught himself. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna say something, but he caught himself. Shout out to Key, but they about to get to the meat and potatoes, man. They're gonna ask about the deal. He gonna go on and explain it.
Lester. Knockout.
What about Canelo and Lester?
That's a hell of a fight. Off the youth though, like I'm going with Lester. I ain't gonna hold you. Lester pace is crazy. You got
Lester Martinez, a dog. I ain't gonna lie.
Canelo fight all slow. And Lester's strong too. So.
Okay, what was in your opinion Keyshawn Davis' biggest fight right now? And what happened in that fight?
Keyshawn knockout. Annihilation.
Do you have a round in mind?
He keeps about rounds.
Keep 12.
Listen, everybody that watches wants to bet.
The 12
Keyshawn,
just bet the knockout. I'm gonna be the underdog.
Keyshawn, hey, are you one of the fights in his $100 million deal with Zuffa? With Devin? What do you think? Are you part of that picture? Bill said that they're getting 100 M's. What do you think?
I think that's great for him, man.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
See? He said if it's real, he think that's great for him. If it's real, you know what I mean?
And then just stay a little bit for the warm up and get the hand reps that we need.
We'll try to stay his weight as long as possible.
I feel like that's what people need to say, like without no information. If it's real, shout out to him. If it's not, it's diabolical. You know what I'm saying? But trying to go above and beyond to prove either or, that's not my fight. I ain't about to get myself though. Time will reveal all, just like with anything else. But even if it didn't materialize all the way, it's not as simple as just, oh, he lied. Things could have changed. And you see this all the time in boxing, man. Deals get put together. People get out of shit. Fights don't happen. It's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, hell yeah. You don't want to come off like no hater, TD. Don't start talking about some, oh, it's cat. You know what I mean? Just be like, yo, if he getting it, shout out to him. Because that's a position that everybody will want to be in. All right? Be a part of a lucrative deal like that. I don't care what you say. So that's why I said salute to the Haneys. If they figured it out like that, credit to them.
Unfortunately, because we want to see the big fights, and wherever I go, people give you the highest level of compliments.
Yeah.
The coaches, they know. You can't fool people.
Back, my dog.
What happens is people wait till you get a fight to call you out. They don't call you out when you're available.
Right. I haven't really been no call outs lately, though. Nobody.
But we see all the streams and all the sparring. They don't want that. Now, you did great. You sparred Blueface, you sparred Dean, and you sparred someone else. Oh, Tommy. Yeah. All in 3 days.
I should have sparred you while I was out there.
Should have.
Yeah.
You should have done that.
He told him he should have sparred him.
I'm the most hated guy in boxing.
Hey,
right? You did?
I know you don't need no cosign, but Ryan said that he approves of your social media skills. He likes it. He likes what you're doing. He said it's cool. It's a good job.
Shouts out Ryan. You ever sparred? Garcia? I never sparred.
Yeah. Now, I get you, Cal. For me, like, the reason why I'm giving him a little, he said on my soul and just capping. Why I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt, because I know with this boxing stuff, when it comes to these announcements, whether it's premature, right on time, or whatever the case, I know time really reveals all things. Like a lot of these questions we'll have, like you'll see enough stuff play out where we'll know, like, all right, well, that wasn't what it was, right? And then when that happens, I could be comfortable knowing that I gave them the benefit of the doubt into the facts or whatever came out, the details, and then I see what it is and I call it out. You know what I'm saying? But it sounds really good from the outside looking in, but we know what it takes to secure that kind of bag. And like I said, I just want it to be the case because that leads to great fights for us. You know what I'm saying? So it's good. Nah, I think Keyshawn was right calling out Devin. I mean, think about it. If it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. If it's good for Devin Haney to have Keyshawn Davis' name on his hit list while Keyshawn was still at lightweight, then it's okay when Keyshawn start opening his mouth and calling him out. Now, and the thing is this, Keyshawn, you know, Bill was saying, you can keep your word, And then he turned around and said, they don't want that. Keyshawn don't got nothing we should want. So he disqualified for now. So like by Bill saying that directly, you can't blame Keyshawn about the contract. And this is the thing. He A-side. I've never seen an A-side guy need everybody else to send him a contract to make a fight. I've never seen that before.
That would be a major fight too. Hell yeah. Anybody with Ryan would be a major fight. It's Ryan. You know, he's a WBC champ. You know who I would like to fight though?
Right, right.
I would fight Lamar Roach. That's a great fight. I think me and Lamar, that would be crazy. I don't think he has an opponent. Because I saw two opponents, they mentioned him, but I know it's not them. He's supposed to fight somebody else on the phone with him. He's supposed to fight somebody with a credible name for that belt. Let's record that. Who was it, Ellie? It's not Tank. No, and it wasn't Pitbull, because he just fought him. Lamont. The Mexican kid that Shakur fought. The one that Shakur beat. Cepeda. Yeah. Definitely going to be That's a good fight. Yeah, hell yeah, that's a good one. I don't know, like, I like Lamont. Lamont cool as hell. I don't know who will win that fight. Lamont versus Cepeda.
Lamont and Cepeda's going to be one, I think. That's going to be a hell of a fight.
Because I feel like Cepeda is better than Isaac Cruz. Right. So
they're very similar.
But he's more
He's just a little taller, I think.
No, they not. Isaac Cruz and William Cepeda are not similar. Their style's not similar. They not similar. They don't fight alike. None of that. What the hell these people be talking about? What's so similar about them? They Hispanic? That's about it. They don't fight nothing alike. I've never looked at Pitbull and be like, yeah, man, that's how Cepeda fight. They fight alike. They similar. No, they not. Mag 7 was good with it. Shit crazy. Say you want to fight Roach? Tanks make names bigger. Nah, I don't think it's Tank ain't make his name bigger. That don't got nothing to do with Tank. Lamont made his name bigger by fighting Tank to a draw. That's not Tank. We be giving Tank credit for the wrong shit. Tank do what Tank do, but that's better believe him making him take a knee, go to the corner, and fighting him to a draw, and arguably winning in the eyes of a lot of people is what made his name bigger, not just simply fighting Tank. Because if that's the case, then what happened with Frank Martin? Frank Martin fought Tank. Did his name get bigger? No, he actually went into a damn hibernation after that. You know what I mean? So Tank is Tank, bro. But nah, Lamont, if Lamont would have got knocked out, nobody would be talking about him because it would have been right what everybody, most people expected. But it's the fact that he showed up the way he did. Now people see the value in him. If you could stand up and fight Tank like that, then you must be a worthy opponent. So don't get me wrong. Tank adds value because I feel like fighting him to a draw makes people interested in his opponent. So to a degree, but nah, he ain't make him bigger. I would say that.
Better defense there.
Dude, yeah, in the inside.
Everything.
He ain't got to though. He ain't take job to make Lamont bigger. That's
I think Isaac Cruz got. No, I can't even say more willpower. I can't even say that.
They're very similar.
Yeah, they're very similar.
Yeah.
Who is Isaac? Me and Isaac Cruz?
I think Cepeda uses his jab a little bit better. A little bit more. Huh? Oh. Yeah. That's what talking about the defense. Cepeda's a little more. He thinks a little bit more. Yeah. But that's how you get in trouble with Shakur by thinking too much, right? Like he thought too much with Shakur. Like
I don't think Tio was doing too much thinking today. Sometimes Tio was like, let's go. Shit, still over.
Teal was just in there trying to fight. So shout out to Keyshawn, man. He ain't knocked Dev. He said if he got that deal, that's good for him, man. But he also said a fight that he would like to see is Shakur and Dev down the line. But we're gonna get to some more stuff. Dude be talking about on the camera, gotta be a casual. Yeah, Joe, the way it be sounding, talking about Pitbull and Zepeda fighter, like I ain't never heard nobody ever in boxing say that. And I ain't never seen that from watching these dudes enough. You know what I mean? Through the years, they don't fight nothing alike to me. Peta fight totally different. Pitbull bring pressure and he throw a bunch of power shots. Peta brings pressure, but he got a bunch of volume, right? He'll use his jab a bit more than I think a Pitbull Cruz to me. So I don't know. They just different fighters for real, for real. They really different fighters. Let's keep rolling, y'all. Let's keep rolling, man. Did want to get into this Boots sit down too, man, because Boots is talking some stuff in this interview with his sit down with Ak and Barack. It's always a good build with these two dudes. But reason I like to hear from Boots is always because he quiet, right? So it's good to see him do these interviews, start speaking and you know what I'm saying? Telling his truth, man, because they got Boots messed up. They be playing with him. I mean, Ellie little brother behind the camera, I swear that's what he act like. They be asking some stupid fanboy stuff, man. I'm never going to be fanned out like that to the point where you just like, because fighters catch on to that, and that's why they don't be respecting y'all dudes. Y'all be some jock riding ass individuals, man. That shit gets strange, man. But let's get to this Boots address, the Devin Haney fight, the Crawford fight. You know, the offer for Haney and all of that stuff in this sit down. But we're going to cover some of this, y'all. Everybody, we got over 70 people. Hit the like button, sub to the channel, man. Support the bill. Let's get some color in the chat. Hit the like button if you in here. Don't hate watch. Or hit the dislike button. Shit, either or.
On business with no fear. I mean that.
Nah, what's that rap? Those is bars. Okay. We'll have to speed that up.
Now, because they couldn't see anybody else that could compete with them. So did you take that as a compliment?
I mean, I really don't be paying that stuff too much mind. Like I be me. You know, I do this for me and my family type stuff. Like,
right.
I know I got to carry my legacy.
Right.
And my brothers did it, you know, at a high level. My dad did it. So I just want to take my next into the level. So I ain't really next level. So I really wasn't like too. When I was coming, I really wasn't too worried about who was this, who was that. Like,
you was focused on what you was trying to do. I know
my task in hand was coming up at that time. I was fighting at 47, so my task in hand was being undisputed. You know, and these guys was playing around a little bit, so you know I ain't get to become undisputed, but I was able to become unified, you know, lineal champion at 47. So that was you know good enough for me.
Is that frustrating to you? Because I can hear in your voice like you're playing a little bit because you didn't get a chance to prove what you felt like you could prove.
Facts.
And that's fighting Bud and kind of unifying that division.
Bud, Spence, I was Spence mandatory for probably maybe 2 years, and I was calling Spence out, and I calling Bud out, you know, and I was Bud mandatory after he fought Spence. So it is a little frustrating because, like I said, I do want to fight those, you know, those big guys, those big names, and show the world my real talent. You know, like I said, I only been showing y'all a little bit. I really had to get into my bag for real.
Nah, you've been showing us a lot, man.
Man, Boots be beating the hell out of people, man. Any more of a bag than what he already been showing us, man, the boxing world gonna be in trouble for real.
And that's the reason why they saying names like they matching you up with Crawford. They're not matching anybody else unless they're great with Crawford. You showing us you can switch hit and all of that and do it great from both sides. Right. And I guess that's probably why Canelo welcomed you in the camp for when he was going to fight Crawford. But how did that come out? Did you guys call them? Or?
Well, him and my brother go way back. You know, my brother was in.
That's right.
It was in camp, but when he fought Mosley, and I think he was in camp for him when he fought Gomez, Alfonso Gomez.
Alfonso Gomez.
Yeah, so he was in camp with him twice. And him and my brother got a great relationship. I'm like, man, great relationship. So I'm like, might as well go out there and, you know, get in some shape. And I was getting ready for my fight, and that was my first fight moving up. So why not spar, you know, Canelo? You know,
was there a little bit in you that says, you know what, let me get him ready to fight this guy since he didn't fight me?
No, see, everybody think I was on that. My whole thing was that was for me. That was for me to get in shape, me to get away from Philly. You know, I always do camp in Philly. That was like a little thing for myself. And I was out there enjoying myself. I was fishing. I never fished before. My brother was teaching me how to fish. Yeah, I was fishing. We was on a whole bunch of stuff out there. We was enjoying ourselves, and we stayed in like.
So again, when people was calling Boots all types of coons and sellout for going over there to work with Canelo, here go the explanation to all y'all that was dragging his name through the mud. His brother been cool with Canelo, did multiple camps with him. So it wasn't them having to go out of their way. It wasn't with the ideal of helping, you know, Canelo beat Boots. I mean, or beat Crawford. That's what y'all push. Y'all push that narrative. That man went out there for the experience. Look, he ain't even talking about the sparring and shit. He talking about fishing and all the other stuff. Get what I'm saying? Man, people be bugging, man. I can't believe they did that to Boots. Oh, he's a coon. He's a coon. This, man. Boots gonna beat one of y'all favorite fighters' ass one day soon, boy. That mixtape is gonna be ugly.
It was an Airbnb, but it was like a little cabin. It was something different. So it was like clear. I had a clear mind, you know, going out there, and I really enjoyed myself.
Yeah, people think you had an agenda or something.
Yeah,
people be
weird.
People who was bringing race into it too. Why you ain't going with the, you know, black dudes?
That's true. I forgot they said that.
You know, that's ridiculous.
People weird. You know,
when your brother was in camp with Canelo, you were a young boy, right? Yeah. Like super young. Were you ever in those camps, or you never went to any of those?
No, I didn't know those camps, but I seen, you know, when my brother was on. I think they had a 24/7 for Alfonso and Shane Mosley. So he was at a 24/7. So I was able to see it, and I was on the phone with him, you know, talking to him and things like that. And it was like dope because he sparred my brother, and that was probably maybe 16 years ago, maybe 15 years ago, something like that.
But at that point, you already knew this was what you were going to do in boxing, right? Because it started real young.
Yeah, I started. I've been boxing all my life.
Your whole life.
Yeah, I boxing. I played basketball. I stopped playing basketball, but
I give you buckets on the court.
Absolutely not.
I said that with every guest.
Absolutely not.
Don't
pull his hamstring.
But hold on. So hold on. Was that your first time around Canelo?
Yeah, that was my first time.
So how was that interaction like? Like what was? How did he welcome you?
It was cool. He was regular. Yeah, he funny dude.
Funny dude. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he in Vegas with Keyshawn. You already know, Blunt.
Yeah.
People don't know. People don't know like now that he like speak English like real fluent. Yo, he's super funny. Like the whole team funny.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How many rounds did you do with him?
I was out there for 2 weeks. So I was out there for I think 13 days. So I think we sparred 4 or 5 times. I sparred. I think we did 4 the first time, 4 the second time. The last 2 times I think we did 6 and I did 8. I think we did 10 one joint. Yeah. So yeah.
Wow.
It was going up.
How did those sparring sessions go, and what did they tell you about your game?
No sparring sessions went great. You know, I was in there, you know, being myself, having fun. You know, like I said, I'll be picking his brain. You know, he like 70 fights in. You know, so he know different things and little tricks, and I'm picking his brain. I'm seeing what's working, and you know, see what I can do.
And it's crazy. Instead of people looking at Canelo with 70 fights and pretty much having something to offer to Boots where he could learn, possibly sharpen his game and his craft, we ignored all that to push he's a coon, a traitor, you know, he's off code, all this weird stuff, when in reality, the man just trying to up his game. And that's sad in boxing, where your own people are not smart enough, intelligent enough to know that, you know, that experience probably was priceless for Boots, man. Maybe the, you know, knowledge he was able to pick up. You heard him say he had a clear head. He did things that he never did, fishing and all that. Like, it's about the fighter. It's a good experience for him, man, good opportunity. But instead of us seeing that, it's a opportunity for him to grow. Instead of us pushing those things, yeah, man, he's a coon. He sell out. Yeah, he's trying to help Canelo beat Bud. Once I heard that, I was like, y'all some complete idiots, man. Y'all really idiots, man. Don't got shit to do with Bud. Nothing to do with Bud. He had no agenda. You ain't nothing in this world that's gonna make me think Boots don't like Bud or hate it. That's weird as hell, man. Only people that push that kind of shit are insecure grown men with nothing going on, for real. I'm telling you, Blunt, that shit terrible, bro. rooting for Boots versus Xander because they want to be on code. Yeah, and that's corny too. I hate that on code shit because people only use it TD when it be convenient, bro. You know what I'm saying? Boots wasn't off code. He was on code. That's what boxers been doing since the beginning of time, going to get work with the vets and the guys that put in the work way before him, man. That experience probably was priceless for Boots. Nonetheless, he messed around and probably got paid to do it on top of that. Why wouldn't he do it? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Boots. Let's keep going, man.
You know, different like that. So it was fun. I enjoyed myself.
Was he better than you anticipated? Like sharing the ring with him from what you saw before?
He was smart. He take his time. Like he real like super patient. Like the same way he like when he fight. Like the other day I was watching him and Canelo.
Right.
He was super patient. Yeah. So that's his might be his best.
No,
like,
you said him and Canelo.
I mean him and Cotto, my bad.
Oh, yeah.
Cotto and Canelo, my bad. Yeah.
That put him on that next level. That's how he feels. That after he beat Cotto, he got on that next level. That's a legit fighter that you beat.
Yeah.
So what about his power? How was his power?
It was cool. Yeah. I mean,
hardest puncher you been in there with?
No, the hardest puncher I've been in there was I would say my brother Farrar.
Really?
Yeah, he punched hard.
They not available though. Ortiz not available, neither is Fundora. You know what I'm saying? Could they be better fights? Possibly, but I think Boots made the best fight that was available for himself. With Ortiz suing his promoter, that took that fight off the table for him. So I think Boots made the best fight for himself, and it's a unification. So low key, it's low key better than Ortiz because of what he can gain from it, and that could put him 2 titles in. He'll be halfway to undisputed with just 2 fights at you get what I'm saying? 154. I love it for Boots.
Still getting in there with you?
Yeah, he's still getting in there. Yeah, he like 260 right now.
You know, your security and your sparring partner.
Security, sparring partner, all that. Yeah.
You always show a lot of love to your brothers and always said that they're the ones that inspire you, not so much other fighters. So you grew up in Philly, which obviously people know it's a tough city to grow up in, but it seems like because you're so talented and you were destined for greatness that you were like maybe sheltered and protected so you don't go a different direction and you know, follow the wrong path. Is that accurate to say?
For sure. You know, I was glad to be able to have my brothers and my dad as well. You know, but you know, they seen everything. They like, bro, like just stay in the gym because you never know when you're gonna get a call. You never know when you never know when you want to fight. So you just like stay in the gym, stay busy, stay active.
To me, when you contact the trainer of the fighter instead of the manager or the promoter, that's already like you get what I'm saying? It's sketchy. The trainer don't make the fights. That's why when people kept talking about what Bozy said, I'm like, yo, what he said it ain't really the issue as much as what the manager and his promoter would be saying. And I want to say this to all of the people that keep talking about, you know, Bud didn't want to fight Boots. Bud didn't want to fight Boots. He was ducking him. Boots' manager, Cameron Duncan, said he did not want that fight for Boots. Go research it. Go look it up. I'm so tired of people saying that. I love Boots too. It's not a damn fight that I think he's ever going to be in as a professional that he won't have a great chance at winning and probably win. But again, his own manager who was pushing him said he did not want that fight for Boots. So tell me again how it was Bud Crawford or anybody else's fault as to why it didn't happen when the guy on the other end's manager saying, I didn't want that fight for him. What's the likelihood of the fight happening with him not being willing to negotiate it, push the fight, press forward, and none of that? People got to open their eyes. Accepting the IBF title, the interim title, takes you directly out of the WBO rankings where you would have been number 1 to fight Terrence Bud Crawford, right? And I want to ask y'all a question. Before Boots accepted the IBF interim title, who was the IBF interim champion before that? And who's the IBF interim champion right now? If you can't answer that question, that's for a reason. That should tell you something, bro. Who the hell, when the last time you seen an IBF interim champion before Boots? Probably don't even remember. Get what I'm saying? Think about that. Sometimes moves are not geared towards making the fights that the fans cry about the most. You heard it from Zab Judah, who was, you know, representing Crawford. He said, yo, everybody was on point for making the fight, but some other business came up and it never materialized. And that's the tough pill to swallow for people. They don't realize sometimes other things materialize. You get what I'm saying? And again, when somebody's manager is dead set on not making a fight for a guy that they promote, what's the chances of that fight happening? Seriously though, who gonna push for it? Who going? You get me, man? Call Espinosa, call BLK. Was BLK was fishing. Yeah, it wasn't about nothing, man. It wasn't enough intent behind that fight being put together, but it wasn't about ducking as much as it was business, and the business not being ironed out in a timely manner, and people went on to do other shit. That'd be hard for people to realize. Sometimes it just business didn't, you know what I mean? It didn't make business sense, so the fight don't get made. Nobody has to be a duck. Maybe they revisit at a later date. You know what I'm saying? No, knew it wasn't gonna happen. I just think, man, you can't call a trainer of the fighter trying to make the fight. You can't call Bozy and try to make Boots fight when that's not how he make any of his fights to me. You get what I'm saying? So it just was a strange situation to me altogether. But let's keep going though. I don't blame neither one of these guys. I get tired of the Bud didn't want to fight him and ducked him stuff. He didn't make moves that directly took him out of contention and fight Boots. It was the other way around. And I'm not saying Boots didn't want to fight him, but it's hard for people to for me to be convinced that one guy wanted to fight when his moves are moving him away from the fight and not toward it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it just don't be in the plan. Do I think Boots will fight Bud? Absolutely. I just don't think the opportunity truly presented itself for the fight to happen. And I think like Boots and Bud never was gonna fight before Bud and Errol Spence ever. And then definitely not after, not at 47. So to me, it just wasn't the time for that fight to materialize. But people, they got to lean too far to the left or to the right. Yeah, Boots wanted to fight, Bud didn't. Bud wanted to fight, he'd have destroyed Boots. It's Boots that didn't want to fight him. I think they both would have fought each other. But I just don't think the opportunity really presented itself with the right terms and conditions for it to be made. Then, as soon as you telling me you got to contact Bozy and try to make a fight on BLK Prime when they loyal to they fight on Showtime, that's silly. You know what I'm saying? It's silly for him to go over there and do that. Let's keep going.
Leave the girls alone.
have you ever gotten to a crossroad in the city where maybe
real quick, it might have been smarter for him to go that route, but at the end of the day, you still can't say that move puts him any closer to fighting Crawford, right? You make a move to accept an IBF interim. Yeah, you could say Spence got 3 belts. He even said out of the 2, he felt like Spence would fight him. But again, the argument can't be after he makes that move that it's Bud not trying to fight him when that move directly takes him out of any rankings. So it's not about the belts because the fans are saying he wanted to fight with Bud so bad. He wanted to fight. You get what I'm saying? Then when he makes a move that takes him further away from the fight, they still arguing that it's Bud not wanting it. When in reality, it's guys making moves that don't benefit that fight being made. You get what I'm saying? Making a fight with Avanesian doesn't make Bud and Boots. You know what I'm saying? Or vice versa. Boots taking an IBF intern doesn't make Boots and Bud, right? So they both made moves that didn't put them any closer to making a fight. But I don't put the blame on any of them. I just think he never was getting that fight with neither one of them dudes at 47. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep going.
You wanted money. You was trying to buy some. You know what I'm saying?
Hunter, I get you. You missing the point though. It's the people that continue to push that Bud was the guy that was scared. You can't convince me that Boots is the guy that's chasing Bud, but then accepts an IBF intern title. That move doesn't make sense. If it was all about Bud, I think you missing what I'm saying. People, you making sense out of it, and I get it, but it's people pushing it was Bud not wanting to fight. But when the fighter on the other end accepts an IBF intern title that takes him out of contention to fight him, you can no longer tell me that guy is chasing Bud Crawford when he clearly made a move that would put him closer to fighting Errol Spence than Bud. That's all I'm saying. Notice, Spence didn't get this kind of flack for not fighting Boots. It was Bud that got all the flack. Notice, nobody even said, why don't Bud, EJ fight him? It was all Bud. You get what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. Not refuting what you're saying, but it was the fans pushing that it was Bud Crawford not wanting to fight, and it was Boots heavily pursuing him or chasing him. He just didn't want it. But you got moves that indicate directly that wasn't the case. That's all I'm saying. Like, these dudes do too much. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but that's what the talk was. That's what everybody started doing. You know what I'm saying? That's what everybody started doing, making Bud out to be some type of duck about not fighting a guy that's nowhere near his level of experience. Like, it's pretty silly how they did the Bud and Boots situation, man. Well, let's keep rolling, y'all. Let's get through this.
Philly, they get fly, so you're trying to look good, and you said, man, this boxing shit ain't paying yet. Like, and did you get bad influence and you had to make a hard decision ever in your life?
No, I just always stayed like that. I mean, I could have, but like, I stayed like that because like I said, my brother instilled that into me. Like, bro, you don't gotta do this, you don't gotta do that, bro. Like,
you gonna get to the money. Yeah.
We here, we got you, regardless. Like, and now it's vice versa. Now I got them. So yeah.
Sound like he just asked you, did you ever sell drugs? That's what that sounds like. Did you ever, did you sell drugs?
No, I'm asking if he was ever at that point where there was bad influence. But you were covered and protected.
Yeah, for sure. Because I definitely could have went a whole different route, for sure.
Of course. So the brothers made the dumb mistakes before you, and then they was filling you in?
For sure, they'll tell you.
Did you see it firsthand? What was going through your mind when you seen what they were going through? And what were they going through?
Just, they whole thing was like the girls, like, they love the women. I mean, we all do, but like,
right.
Like, bro, like, just lock in. Like, they gonna be there. They're not going nowhere. The girl's not going nowhere. The block not going nowhere. Like, everybody gonna be here, bro. Just lock in and do what you gotta do, so you can eat off the fruits of your labor, and then.
How did you stay away from the women though? Like, what's the key?
In the house. You gotta be in the house. You gotta stay in the house. That's it.
And now they coming out the woodwork.
For sure.
So you feel like your brothers would have been further in the sport if it wasn't for that kind of distraction?
For sure. I don't know if you've seen Derek Poo and Friday Quiet Storm, my brothers, but they was super nasty. If they stayed locked in and did what they supposed to do and leave the girls alone and had their mental right.
Yeah.
Nobody would have beat them.
So what do they say to you? Do they say to you like, nah, you're better than us?
They be saying that, but like growing up, they can't tell me that because I watched y'all. Like, bro, I love watching.
So they say that, but you thinking, nah. You looking at them saying that they're better than you?
I'm not better than me, but like that's all I seen coming up. So like, you're not about to say and tell me that
my brothers ain't.
Yeah, like my brother's nice. I don't care what nobody say. I don't. Like I said, if they would have stayed locked in, and they couldn't nobody beat them. Pooh for that 54 and my other brother for that 68. Nobody was beating them.
What's up, folks? It's Barack the Boxing Bully, and we teamed up with DraftKings Sportsbook. It's the
I'm known to be the pocket watcher on this show. People say I'm a pocket watcher, but I got a simple question for you because you talked about I got my brothers now. Like, you know what I'm saying? They have me growing up. What's the first thing you were able to buy, either your father or one of your brothers, or spend money on them that was gratifying for you? Like, damn, I'm so happy I'm able to do this for you. Like, what was that first purchase?
I mean, my dad, what our family is really like not about the money, but like, or none of that stuff, but like, my dad, I would say that I got him a truck. So
a truck?
Yeah, he truck boy. He loved truck. So that was
like
was
a
cool.
Pickup truck or
pickup truck? Yeah, pickup truck. Got him a Ram pickup truck. He loved trucks, so I got him that.
Pricey.
That's what he loved. He'd get mad if you get him something. You get him a Benz or something, he'd be mad. Like, I don't know what I don't like this, man. What is this? What is this?
He like that.
What is this, man? He's like, yo, man, how you like this, man? Yo, man, I need you to come here real quick.
He don't want no fancy stuff.
He don't want nothing fancy. He want the truck, like, to pull the lever down and all that, roll the windows down, like, he old school.
That's because Bowlesy like 70, bro. That's why I don't want no damn Benz. Get Pops a pickup and he cool.
Like I got him my iPhone. He don't know how to work the iPhone. He do now, but like back then I'm like,
he need an assistant.
Yeah, then he told me like, Siri, call such and such. I'm like, yeah, and he got it.
Sticking the key in the car door.
Yeah, he used to that. He not used to the push start. He like, my keys at? Like, looking for the keys and all that.
Did you surprise him with the truck? Or
yeah, I did. I surprised him for him.
Yeah. How did that scenario happen? Was it birthday or something?
Do I got footage of that?
Because if you got it, give it to us.
Yeah, because we're going to put it on the show.
Mike, I think I do got footage of that.
Yeah. So tell me about
it. It was a full Father's Day gift.
Old heads don't be with it, George.
I know he not going to treat himself because, he old school. Old school.
Right. They don't want to spend money.
They don't want to spend money. So I treated my dad to, the truck or whatever. It was for Father's Day. And I called my mom. I'm like, Mom, I got my dad a truck. She like, what? What you getting? I said, I got him a Ram truck. She like, I'm about to come there. I'm about to drop the truck off. I'm parking around the corner. I said, I'm not gonna let him know I got it until tomorrow. She said, all right, cool. So I park it around the corner and I come the next day. I told my mom to come outside. She come outside. She get my car and I go get the truck and then I bring the truck around. I pull the truck up. He like, my pop looking. He like,
nice truck.
He like, you got another truck, man? I'm like, I'm like, no, this for you.
Oh,
he like, oh man. He like, no man, stop me. You spend all your money, man. You spend all your money. he like, you spend all your money, man. You gotta do that. He's like, it's all nice though, man. It's all nice. He like, it's all nice. I'm like,
what color is it?
It's all black. Black drawn. It's bombed out. You know, he threw it as my truck because I got a TRX.
Okay.
That's one of my other cars. So I got a TRX. He like, yo, you bought another car? You got the same car? He just kept looking like it looked just like my John though. So yeah, it was cool. It was a great little gift. You know,
it made you feel a certain way.
For sure, yeah. Because I know my dad loved trucks. I know he not gonna really spend the money to get it. So I'm like, he loved that John.
He took it for a spin that same day.
For sure, he took me for a spin.
That's beautiful. So what kind of person are you? Are you a saver? Or do you have like real estate, some kind of investments or something like that? Or you just somebody see the money piling in the bank?
Yeah, I'm that boy.
Nah, Haney and Shakur ain't in no fight negotiations, bro. That everybody putting that out lying right now. As of right now, they all lying. Anybody putting that out, and if it's not coming from the other side, they all lying. Because they making a statue of Tupac in my playground. And be more, shout out to Kurt, man. Shout out to Tupac.
I mean, just keep looking at. You keep checking on. You looking online. You looking on your phone. Okay, still there.
I've been investing my money and stuff, and then working on getting on a new gym. So right now, you know, working on that and a couple cribs here and there. So yeah,
but you probably got a bunch of once people know you start making money, there's probably financial advisors, managers, of people. Yo, I know what to do with your money. Does that make you a little leery and scared because people have dealt with people that have done bad business and lost money?
No, I mean, I had my team for a while now, so
you trust them.
I trust my team, and my team not super big, so like, I got my little advisors and I got my accountant and all that stuff, but we got my money the right way, investing into the right things, and my money just piling. Even when I'm like not training or not fighting, my money always coming in. So
I love to hear that.
I mean, obviously,
I love to hear that, man. It's clear that financial literacy is important to boots, man, and setting yourself up for the future, man. I like it, yo. I like it. I like where he directed it, like how he's setting himself up and not just blowing his money. You know what I'm saying? I do like it. I like the answers he giving.
You a fashionable dude, so is that only it? Like a little jewels and clothes is what you're spending money on now?
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't bought no jewelry probably in like 5 years.
Really?
I don't really care for the jewelry and stuff no more. Like it's a look, but like I don't really care for it. Like
good man.
Yeah, so what do you spend money on?
You want to be honest?
Yeah.
Food.
I knew it.
You like to go out and eat?
I like to eat. I eat all day. That's my choice. Yeah,
that's your vice.
That's good stuff.
Food, clothes here and there, but I don't really get. I be chill. I wear sweatpants all day. Like I don't get fly.
Yeah, but that's the look nowadays anyway. Like you know what I'm saying, like comfortable streetwear type stuff.
Yeah.
So he was saying earlier that you didn't get into a lot of things because that support group that you had, thank God. But if we ask your father what kind of kid you were, what would he say? A bad kid? You always into stuff? What?
Nah, a good kid. I wasn't like too crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No fights in school?
No.
You serious?
No, I had fight. Well, it wasn't a fight.
Right.
That's why I said no. It was an ass whooping.
Yeah. One day I was in 3rd grade. I was playing football, and we was playing the 5th graders, and I mossed the young boy. I caught he got mad, pushed me. I just socked him. Boom. One time I socked him.
So you were already boxing at the time?
Yeah, I was already boxing. I socked him, nose was bleeding, and back in the day, they used to have demerits. So they gave me like 3 demerits. So
wait, I don't know. What's a demerit?
It's like a bad check mark. You in
like
trouble if you get a certain amount, you might be expelled.
But
you might be suspended.
Basically, you suspended in school. Type
okay.
joint. You got a little
you go
slip or whatever. Yeah.
Did you
in school suspension?
Did you ever get your ass whooped by your pop?
I remember one time my pop. I forgot what happened. Something had happened, and he like, come on, we gonna put the gloves on. I was probably like, I was like, you know what I'm talking about? Yo, I might have been like 12.
You must have been talking slick.
I did something. I forgot what I did. He like, you know what, man? Come on, we going to the gym. We gonna put the gloves on. I'm like, what? Like, we gonna put the gloves on.
Putting hands on him too, yo.
Brother, he told me, we gonna put the gloves. I'm like, I gotta box both of y'all. Like, it's crazy. Like, I'm like, I forgot what I did. If I remember what I did, I'm gonna tell y'all. I mean, that was crazy. It was a crazy day though.
Did you box? I mean,
you boxed him?
So he beat you up.
He tried to.
You was already getting it.
You pieced your father.
Boots said, yeah, they ain't beat me up, though. I don't know about all that.
No, my pop was nice. My pop was nice.
Did you hold back? You pull back?
No, my pop was nice back in the day. Yeah, my pop's strong too. My pop's
I
super
see him
strong.
now.
But wait a minute, I saw
Rosie like 70 and he in better shape than some of these fighters, bro. I'm telling you, bro, that shit is impressive, man. Shout out to Boozy.
an article the other day say he's 70 years old. There's no way.
Yeah, he's 70. He just turned 70.
Really? That dude is 70 years old?
He ran 3 miles.
Yeah, he said he was in minutes back in the days. That's crazy, Al Booger. That's wild, man. They used to put us in school. Now how that's, I'm telling you, that in school suspension hit different, don't it?
Well, he ran 3 miles. What that was like last Tuesday. Last Tuesday, he ran 3 miles.
I thought that was a joke too.
No, he's 70 years old.
See, 70.
He's 70.
He still looks fast.
Did he live a certain lifestyle like coming up? Or was he ever into the street like drinking and going out?
None of us. My dad don't drink or smoke and that stuff. So that's probably where I kind of got it there from. You know, and he always took care of his body. You know, he always took care of his body, and anybody that came to the gym, he sparred him and beat him up. And he wear no headgear.
No headgear sport?
Yeah, crazy. He nice.
Oh my God.
So yeah, but I say back in the day when I was boxing him, I was younger, so of course they're gonna get over me. Yeah.
You know, we're good friends with Danny Garcia and a couple other guys that have father trainers, right?
I ain't gonna lie, they are, Cal.
One of the things I realized that some fighters feel like sometimes there's no separation of trainer and father. Like sometimes they want their father to just be their pops and not bring up boxing every moment. What type of relationship do you have? Do you felt like there were times where he was just your pops and not your trainer? Or is it like all in one?
Everything all in one. Yeah,
so you always eating dinner, he talking about boxing.
Yeah, he loved boxing. That's all he talking about is boxing. If he was home right now, he'd probably be watching boxing right now, watching boxing and cowboy. That's all he do. Old school.
So you don't regret anything about how you grew up?
No, none at all. I'm glad the way I grew up. You know, it was kind of like perfect for me.
Right.
It made me the person I am today, for real.
Who was the first person you wanted to be like? One of your brothers or your dad?
I would say my dad, because I was always seeing them box everybody with no headgears on, and I used to want to do that. Like in the amateurs, I used to hate the headgear. I used to want to take my headgear off. So I used to hate the amateurs. Period. I was trying to turn pro at like 15.
Why?
I never liked the amateur. I never had an amateur style. Like I never was that pity pad throwing a bunch of punches. That's not me. Like the way I was winning for my fights was I was always hurting somebody or stopping somebody.
Right.
And I was like super accurate. Like, I was never on that the pity pad.
Points and stuff.
Yeah, points. I hated that. And I mean, I'm glad I did. You know, the tournaments and things like that, and foreign those things, and because it helped me today as well. But yeah, I hated it. I hated it.
So did you ever do you ever have dreams to be an Olympic gold medalist?
No.
Never.
What was your dream? Just a championship in the pros?
Turn pro and win every belt, every division that I'm at. So that's been my goal price, and I was, I'm gonna say like 14, 15.
Wow. So in the amateurs, did you have any rival that you went back to back with a couple of times?
I had a bunch of rivals. Africa, Richardson Hitchin.
How many times you fought him and who won?
We fought twice. I beat him all times.
Okay. Who else?
Jamie Ortiz. I think we fought twice. I beat him twice.
Who, Jermaine Ortiz?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was at 41. I probably shouldn't have been at 41. I should have been probably fighting 52.
Oh,
at that time.
So you was way bigger than those dudes.
I feel like I was fighting in my real weight class. Like when I turned pro, I moved up. Like I didn't. You know, like
you have to drain. Yeah,
people usually go there when they turn pro.
That's true.
If I would have fought 52, then I probably would have turned pro at 47 or whatever. I was trying to get to 40. I couldn't make 40 no more. So my body was done. But yeah, when I turned pro, I was fighting like in like a little catchweight, like 44, 43, and then yeah. But
anybody you lost to in the amateurs that you wish you could get your leg back in the pros?
Russell. I fought Russell.
Gary Russell.
I think we fought like 4 or 5 times. I think.
Not Allen. You talking about
Antoine.
Antoine.
I think he had 35 or 40. He had 40.
40.
Right?
Yeah, 40.
Him. I fought him like 4 or 5 times. A lot of these guys, we all fought each other a lot.
And you know what's crazy? Because we was talking to his father one time. He said, yeah, he was talking about you. He said, yeah, he just beat that boy the other day, but we didn't know him at the time.
Yeah.
He was talking about you. We found out years later. Oh, he's talking about
that was a long time when you were still amateurs.
Yeah, we was.
So you would love for him to go up so you could fight him again.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he doing this thing at 40, and
that's true.
You know, I'm like all my peers that I came up with, they all doing their thing. To the Shakurs, Africa, or everybody we could grow with. Everybody don't need to do anything, I'm proud of them. Yeah, I gotta see them.
You gotta see them. But who are you? You seem like a lone wolf, right?
Yeah.
Like you don't really have real friends in the sport. Like, and are you? Is there one boxer that we would know that you would consider a friend, a real friend?
I about to say, I mean, I don't hang. I be by myself. I don't hang with nobody. I don't need no crazy
You don't be
guys
clicked
to
up.
ride. Yeah, I'm cool. Like if it ain't my family or the members from my gym, I ain't really messing with them. Yeah, I mean, cool boy stuff. I hang with him. And that's about it.
Especially if they're a potential opponent. You ain't
I ain't trying.
key with them.
These boxing guys is weird. They real like fake and phony. So I don't be on it. Like I see you. You say what's up. That's cool. I say what's up back. But that's it. Like yeah.
You a big fan of boxing like your father?
Old school, not old school, but like the Floyd era, like Purnell.
Really?
Yeah.
So is there anybody fighting today that you can't miss their fights?
I would say I would just say anybody from my gym,
Seriously?
like,
So
like
there's
Cool
like your
Boy,
team.
Cool Boy, Andy.
Okay. And that's just like a support thing.
My
'cause
two
you
young
love
fighters
them.
that I got, or 3 young fighters I got. So I watched them. Well, I like what's his name?
Bam?
Yeah, Bam dumb nice. I like
Yeah,
Bam. I like Abdullah.
Oh,
Abdullah nice.
Mason.
I think Abdullah. I'll sit there and watch Abdullah. I could watch Abdullah, and it's the kid from Baltimore, or I think he's from DC.
Not Roach.
No, he a young boy. He might be like 8 knockouts.
Oh, I don't know who that is. There's so many young fighters out there.
His name's Scooter too.
I don't know.
Davis. His name Derek Davis. Scooter. It's Scooter Davis. You don't know
I'm
him?
gonna look him up. Nah.
Yeah, I think he's from like Baltimore or DC.
He's nice though.
Yeah, I be seeing him. I be seeing like little highlights on the gram. I ain't never seen him like on TV, but I be seeing like little highlights on the gram. I'm like, yo, he nice. I like him.
And that's a young guy.
He young. He might be like 20.
Did you see that video where Shakur was talking about who he watched before his fight with Teofimo, and it was like a little kid?
No, I ain't never see that. But
Yeah.
I mean, that's true though. You can learn from anybody. I always say that. You can learn from a little kid. You can learn from anybody. Like you just got everybody's styles is different. It's okay to steal from different people. So
Who did you steal from besides your brothers?
besides my dad, my brothers, I would say besides them, I always watch Floyd and Floyd, Purnell, and Roy. Those are my 3 favorite to watch.
Purnell's my favorite fighter of all time.
Yeah,
and that's before your era. So you have to go back and watch old fights.
Yeah.
You never watched them live. What was the fight, the Purnell Whitaker fight that impressed you that you saw? Was like, wow.
I ain't gonna lie, the Chavez joint, that was my favorite joint. Like,
Biggest robbery ever in
I still
boxing.
watch that joint to this. I'm like, yo, he was cooking him. Like
Cooking him, bro.
Yeah.
It wasn't even close.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah.
Easy work.
Yeah.
Did you ever you felt like you ever got robbed in the amateurs?
For sure.
Like big tournaments?
For sure. The fixes already be in. The USA Boxing, they already be having their picks. They already know who they want.
Who they want to go to the Olympics and
Yeah,
stuff.
so
that's why you hate amateur boxing.
That too, and I never really cared for the amateur. I always wanted to turn pro. Like that's my goal was to turn pro and rack up every belt.
My bad, y'all. Say if you notice, scored the smallest out of everyone. Shout out to Moon Man. What's good? I like Boots because he like to fight, take a few shots, but he'll give you a few back, and they hurt. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man. I think some of it is the clothes, with making Boots look big, but I think some of it is Boots just being a big kid. Like he up there where you get me, where his body could breathe a little more. So I'm pretty sure naturally in between fights he gains a bit more weight. And you heard what he said. They asked him what he spent his money on. That man said food. Boots said food. I like to eat. Some of our Philly guys, they like to throw down, bro. You know what I mean? So I think it's some of both. I think it's the clothes being big and baggy, and then I think it's Boots being healthier just at 154 pounds. So his face looked more full and stuff like that. But I cannot wait. Yeah, he closer to where he need to be at, and he ain't killing himself. You can tell the weight cut ain't killing him and none of that stuff. I can't wait to see him show out. I hope he's style on Xander, and I really like Xander, but Boots have gotten slighted for so long. I'm sick of it. And it's unfortunate that it got to be Xander, somebody I really like. But Xander got more room for failure, if that makes sense. He's younger. It's people that expect him to lose. So if he take a loss, people gonna be like, you know what, you lost to Boots. Boots the phenom. Boots supposed to be this and that. If Boots lose, he was a hype job. I told you. He never fought nobody. He never did this. He never did that. And I'm sick of that, y'all. I think this is by far one of the most talented fighters we have in this sport. I really do. And everybody say, look at him. He jump off the screen at you. You look at Boots, seeing him fight David Avanesian live, y'all. Oh my God, seeing this dude put together an N1 mixtape in real time. Like when I say it wasn't a second of time that I didn't enjoy. I enjoyed every second of my time watching this dude, from the time that he walked out to the time he walked up the 3 steps, got in the ring, made the lap around the ring that they all do, all of that, bro. From the very opening bell, this dude commenced to beating your ass, yo. He was treating Avanesian in there. And then, again, the good thing about TV, we get to see it from all the different angles. Shout out to D for the win, my homie, man. We was in there with some good seats. Y'all could see Boots putting belt to Avanesian ass. You could hear the punches from your seats. This dude he punching for real, bro. Don't let nobody stupid tell you he not. Go watch him fight live and watch how you can hear his punches from your seat. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, we ain't doing no nosebleeds. I don't know about that, but man, Boots is beating the hell out of Avanesian. It's so fun to watch this dude perform. And you can see his levels, because the dope thing about a card when you go to it is it's like it progressively gets better. It starts off a certain way, but by the time you get to the co-main and the main event, you're seeing some of the best talent on the card. And Boots did not disappoint, bro. He got in there and he completely styled on Avanesian. He had a dope-ass walkout with the Undertaker theme. He had everybody standing ovation. You get what I'm saying? All that crazy talk on the internet about Boots, not in Philly. They love that dude. You know what I'm saying? Big Mason, what's good, homie? Judah, my dog. Big Dog Willie is in the building, my homie, man. What's good with it? Amateurs are important. Boots need to stop that. What did he say about amateurs? Y'all, the mixtape is on the way, bro. Let's keep rolling, y'all. Let's keep rolling. That mixtape is on its way.
In every dimension I'm in, and that been my goal, and that's still my goal.
Can you take me back to when you won the IBF title, that first title? Was it everything that you expected that moment to be?
I was in my bed when I won that belt.
That's true. That's true.
Real quick, the only thing I'm guilty of, Mag 7, I haven't been to Tank fight yet. I haven't went to one of his fights. I think it's very on par. The energy is different. I can see that from the outside looking in. But that's similar. Like when people rock with you, the energy in the building is different. Like I've seen Shakur fight at home, right? I've seen him fight multiple times, but he get a standing ovation. Like they really love their hometown guy. Like the Prudential, North show up for their guy. Philly, they showed up for their guy. I love to see that. I love to see that hometown support, bro. Love to see it, bro. The standing ovation for Boots. They was loving him. He came out with the Undertaker theme music. I was like, bro, dope shit, bro. Shout out to Big Dog Willie. Appreciate the color in the super chat, man. He said Boots got to stop by Americana. I remember that. Remember those Big Dog Willie? Those were the original Big Dog Willie facts. The Americana joints, man. You took me back with that. Shout out to Big Dog, always supporting though, man. He said he didn't like the amateurs and he said it helped him. I don't get what Big Dog's saying. Oh, nah, Big Dog probably just joking though.
No, you're right. You're right. I meant the Stanionis. You was one of those email champions. The Stanionis moment would be the closest thing to that,
for
right?
sure, yeah. Basically. But you said, like, what you mean?
Like in the ring, once you got crowned unified champion, these are visions that you say you always had. Like, that's what I envisioned. Was it the feeling meet what you imagined?
Right? It was picture and everything.
I ain't gonna lie. It was regular. Everybody else is more hyped for me than I was for myself. Like I just, cause I already knowing, like I know what I could do. I know I'm gonna.
Hey yo, real quick, y'all. Real quick. Baby Do is home with me today, right? Baby Do is home with me, so I'm like multitasking. I gotta go check on him. I'll mute myself, come back, go check on him. I just went and checked on Baby Do a couple minutes ago, y'all. Yo, Baby Do done dumped out a whole box of cereal. I just had to share that with y'all because I'm a pops, I'm a father, and before anything, even before content creator, all that. Yo, I go mute my mic. I'm letting the interview rock. I walked away real quick to go. Yo, baby do got yo. I just gotta laugh at it. Yo, baby do had the biggest bowl of cereal I've ever seen in this house ever. I'm sorry, y'all. I just had the time to share that with y'all, bro. I go in there and look. I said, yo, hey, Kyle, I swear to God, I threw my hands in the air. I said, yo, I went to my daughter. I said, come on, man. What you doing? You ain't watching? Oh, my God, yo. She said, I just closed my door for a second. I said, bro. Baby dude got the biggest bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch I think I ever seen in my life, bro. He pours so much cereal in the bowl that if he tried to put milk in it, it'd just spill. Like, bro, he got enough cereal in that one bowl for 2 of those bowls, bro. I don't know how he did it. And then I look on the bed and it's mad more cereal all over the bed, bro. He took the biggest, you know, those mega boxes of cereal. He took one of them and dumped it out like all over the place. I'm looking, I'm like, there's no way you was that hungry, bro. I made sure of it. Oh, yo, man, the parents out there, y'all know, man. I just had to share that with y'all, bro. I looked in there, I just threw my hand. I said, yo, what? What? Hell no, bro. Just lost my mind for a second, man. Biggest bowl of cereal I ever seen in my life. Ain't no way his ass that hungry, man. I should have took a picture of it, yo. I'd be so hot for a second, like, bro, I know you didn't just. Yo, baby do is diabolical, y'all. I'm sorry. I just had to share that with y'all, man. Shout out to the parents out there, man. That got the babies. He only 2, man. He 2 going on 20, man. Y'all know how that go. Baby do I said, bro, he looking at me. I'm like, you know you wrong, bro. You just dumped the whole box. Man, yo, the kid from Big Daddy, I'm telling you, he said, I know all about it. He said, Dad, I wanted some Cinnamon Toast Crunch, bro. You was talking too much. I ain't want to bother you. He said, I pour my own cereal. I'm like, damn, bro, the whole box, though. All right, my bad, y'all. Let's get back to this box. My bad. Let's get back to this Boots interview, though, man. This is a good one, man. And shout out to everybody rocking out. We gonna get to this. We gonna get through this, and then I got a video about in regards to Tank. You know, one of Tank former opponents in the amateurs has some things to say about him, and Floyd Schofield as well. We're gonna try to make sure we cover all that. So I'm gonna try not to stop this too much. I'll stop it periodically, but not too much. Yeah, man, he wild, man. Baby do said run cereal pop. So I'm looking like, bro, you didn't just dump all that cereal into the bowl. Matter of fact, how did you get all of that cereal in the bowl? Because it don't even fit. I'm looking like, bro, and he's sitting there looking at me. I'm just like, yo, man. Man, if you wasn't 2, couple more years old, he would have got body work, yo. He ain't old enough for body work, yo. Man, he said, with the I don't know how this happened face. Jay's sitting there, hand on his finger by his mouth. I'm just like, nah, don't try that, bro. You know exactly what you just did. Dumped all that damn cereal out. All right, my bad, y'all. Let's get back to it. I promise y'all, we back. We back. I love my babies,
these guys.
Though,
so when I do it, it's not a surprise.
He wild.
Like when you see these guys break down and crying and excited, that's probably a long time dream, or they really didn't believe in themselves. With me, I believe in myself. I know I'm getting my hand ready at the end of the night. So
hell no, I want to get you excited because you do have like this calm vibe. Yeah. You don't get excited about too much.
One of them belts that get me excited.
Nah. Pardon me, Tay. Not Bam. Pardon me. Julian Hammerhands Rodriguez. Not Bam. Pardon me if I said that. Julian Hammerhands Rodriguez. He was somebody. Matter of fact, the dude that just beat Avius Griffin. Remember, he beat that was Bomac fight. He beat Avius Griffin, the dude that gave Avius Griffin his first loss. Hammerhands. He upset a couple of guys too. He got just one loss, but he been upsetting guys. You know what I'm saying? But he told Tank to take his tampon out. That's what he said. That's what he said.
When you about to go eat dinner. When you ready to eat.
Yeah, get me
excited. But yeah, I'm a chill boy. I'm not too hype on nothing. Like I don't think nothing can really get me like super like excited.
Right.
Yeah. But my thing is, as long as I'm like when I'm fighting for these belts and all stuff, they get me up.
Right.
Training camp locked in. You know, I love like when I'm in big fights, like for example, like the Stay Ennis fight, that whole camp I had a great camp. This fight camp going great. So like I love like that big.
Yeah, he got it off in the amateurs against Tank, but the thing is, man, Tank is so much different from the amateur fighter that he was to right now. He's so much more calculated and patient, and he's a sharpshooter, man. A lot of these dudes or these guys that got these wins off as amateurs, man, he'd spark them, in my opinion, if he fought him as a pro. I mean, Hammerhand's got some size on him, but I wouldn't pick him to beat Tank. It'll be a stretch for me to pick him.
Everybody be saying it. Like, this ain't nothing to me. I've been here before. Yeah,
this one's going to be big.
12 these kids,
for sure. On June 27th. So you was going back and forth with Virgil Ortiz for a little minute. What did he mean? Fill us in on what he meant by saying, oh, you know, there was a fight offered in Saudi Arabia and you said no. You responded to that or something.
What's crazy is people just take anything and run and not look at the like time. Like I think I had just fought, and I think there was a second Karen fight. Okay. I had just fought, and we had already had already locked in.
Who?
Stanionis.
Okay,
We were just waiting for the date, and they had wound up saying like, why would I turn down a unification to fight for an interim at a weight class that I'm not even at? That don't make any sense. It don't make no sense.
See that?
But
you see that? People try to paint Boots as a duck, but listen to him tell his truth. He already has Stanionis locked in, and that fight will be a unification fight instead of fighting at a weight class that he never fought at for another interim title when he just had an interim title at welterweight. Hell no. I respect it. That's why I said the shit wasn't about no ducking, man. It was about Boots trying to fulfill his promise. He told people, look, I want to be undisputed, and he tried. And that was his attempt to do it. That was the last fight he could make. He beat the living hell out of Stanionis, gave us all our money's worth, right? And then he moved up, made that demo out of Lima, and now Zayas is on the chopping block. That mixtape will be made, bro. That mixtape will be made. He just want my attention, Tay. That's what them do. I noticed that. I got to get better, man. I've been doing this too long. I got to start ignoring people like that. Just say anything. They just be trying to.
I want to go do that. Anybody in their right mind, I'm going for the unification. I'm not about to go to 154 and fight for an interim. I ain't duck nobody, and everybody knew that.
Right.
Anybody can get it any day. Like so, yeah. Like people be crazy. People know I don't talk.
Right.
I'm like, I'm talking now, but like, I really don't care like the talk and all that on the internet and all that. I know I got people be trying like, you got to sell the fight, you got to do this, you got to making it, bro. Something might be wrong with me because I can't really talk too much because I really will put my hands on you in real life. Like, no, real rap. Like, that's why I don't be trying to go back and forth. Even like
I love
at the press conference,
I love it.
We going back and forth,
Again,
now I can't put my hands on you for another 2 months. I don't be trying to go back and forth. Even like at the press conference, I really don't care like the talk and all that on the internet and all that. I know I got people be trying like, you got to sell the fight, you got to do this, you got to making it, bro. Something might be wrong with me because I can't really talk too much because I really will put my hands on you in real life. Like, no, real rap. Like that's why I don't be trying.
And when you say it like that, when somebody say they really put their hands on you, they really mean it. And we all know Boots got hands. You see how he monstered the young boy. Young boy pushed him and he socked him and split his shit. You know what I'm saying? Boots ain't playing. He ain't about to be doing too much back and forth. He gonna really put hands on one of y'all. I'm telling you. So I'm gonna really put hands on you. Remember 3-1 choke.
Go back and forth. Even like at the press conference, we going back and forth. Now I can't put my hands on you for another 2 months. Like I feel like that's a waste of time. Like,
but that's gonna create anticipation.
Yeah, like, for sure. But like these guys be going back and forth on the internet, or they running with this narrative, because I don't say nothing. I don't really. Back then I really didn't care to say nothing because like I know what's going on, and everybody in the boxing world that's coming up really know what's going on. But they gonna paint this narrative that this person ducking this. Y'all know what's going on behind doors.
Well, you had some good.
Nah, but I want to say this though, and I hope they say it at some point. They always do great interviews, regardless if they say it or not. But it's a lot of power in Boots' voice. It's a lot of people, because he's not a guy that's speaking all the time. When he do speak, they gonna respect it.
Comebacks in the press conference because people. This is what people are saying. Like they did have that narrative that Boots don't say enough. Well, he ain't selling a fight. He too quiet.
Yeah, no,
and then man, we were sitting down like, he He got some heat today.
Surprised me.
Was all this stuff premeditated or that was coming off the dome?
No, it was coming off the dome. I was just going. Yeah. But people don't really they're not really paying attention. Like I always talked a little bit. I just didn't say as much.
Right.
I kind of like saying the same stuff and just in a different way. Like,
right.
But I don't know. I always talk. I just wasn't really. I didn't really care to talk.
You
like
ain't loud and
I ain't loud. Yeah, I don't gotta be.
So you explained that Virgil Ortiz incident, but who else do you think that's out there, a fighter that painted a false narrative, lying to either interviewers or social media?
I feel like it'd be a lot of stuff going. Like I'd be saying, I'd be like, "Are you crazy?" Even with I think the Devin situation. He said I called and they had to fight for 52 or something like that. I called him to fight him at 52 or something like that.
Did he say that on our show?
I
know he was saying who.
I don't know.
He was saying who's Boots though. On our show he said who Boots, but I don't think he mentioned a weight though. But what do you
I
think?
I heard him say something about that I offered to fight at 52. That's not what happened. After I had decided to move up, after everything was going on, I decided to move up and move to 54.
I'm telling you, P Hunter, that's a fact, bro. Shout out to Big Dog Willie. Appreciate the love in the super chat, putting that color in the chase. Remember when Spence fans got so heated, Amir Khan beat up Spence and the illegal underground commentator. Take a Maniacs, our next said Tate got beat up by Richard Kobe in Baltimore. Underground street fight. You a fool, bro. Big shout out to Big Dog Willie, man. I appreciate the love in the super chat, always holding me down. Look, if you in here, hit that like button and don't be afraid to support the dopest channel in the land, man. We gonna keep building, man. Let's get to it, man. We more than halfway through, man. Gonna let this rock out. He addressing the Devin situation now. Excuse me.
Get a call back a couple days later. He like, me and my team, they like, yo, would you fight Devin at 152? I said, yeah. I'm like, I ain't fighting 54 yet. I can make 52. Like, I'm like, yeah, why not? I'm like, yeah, we never heard nothing back after that. And that's another thing. People be painting these false narratives and saying that I ducked this person. How I ducked him?
Right.
I said, yeah. But y'all don't know that because y'all don't know what's going on behind closed doors.
So do you think that people, sometimes these fighters will say that just to create that narrative that he didn't want to fight me?
That, and I think people be using, I think people be using my name because they know they think I'm not going to say nothing. But now I feel like they're gonna watch themselves. So
yeah, now you're gonna start
saying
what you feel.
Anybody you want to air out?
I see them. I see them.
See, you still quiet.
Yeah, I'm quiet because I don't really be trying to talk to them. That's really ain't me. But like, they crazy. I'm telling you, they crazy.
Look, obviously your name was attached to Virgil, and that fight supposedly was about to happen, right before the lawsuit with Golden Boy and stuff. How close was it to really happen before this whole lawsuit with him and Golden Boy?
In my eyes, I thought it was done after he fought Leuven.
Did you have a date? Or
it was three different dates that they had. It was one in March, it was one in April, and one in May. And then after the third one in May, I'm like, come on, like
it ain't gonna happen.
That's when I'm like, it's not happening. I'm like, yo, I told them, I'm like, yo, go get me Xander. I'm like, yo,
so you asked for him.
That's the next best. Yeah.
Stand up. What up, homie?
I asked for
the new bill was happening. Yeah, I just that's what I said. Like, they could have came out and said, look, we couldn't agree to the weight or whatever, so the fight didn't happen. But instead, they tried to make it seem like it was Boots just not wanting to fight or not being willing to fight. That's the biggest problem I have with them. They always try to paint everybody out as a duck when the business don't be right? Like they did it with Rolly. The business, the money ain't right. After saying it was right, then it's like Rolly's a duck or Rolly is this. It's like, nah, bro. Y'all just couldn't agree to terms. You couldn't get what you wanted, and it's understandable. So now you're moving on to another situation. But they couldn't just be simple with Boots. And, Boots ain't ducking no damn Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? That shit just don't even make sense. So, and then, furthermore, when his dad got asked about would y'all fight Boots, he got all quiet and didn't say nothing. He ain't say shit when he got asked about fighting Boots. So it was wild. Yeah, me neither, P Hunter. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you.
So did Eddie like say, yo, we tried, but it's not gonna happen like with Virgil. So we have to go in a different direction.
For sure. That was kind of like the exact words. Like we gotta move on. We can't. And I told them that too. I'm like, we gotta move on. We can't be sitting around waiting for him. And the next thing you know, it'd be the end of the year, and I ain't fight all year. Then what?
That's true.
Yeah,
so why not go take 2 belts and become a unified weight division champ? At 154, well, a 2-time unified weight division champ. So 47 and 54. So why not?
You know, you were Al Heyman guy before Matchroom, right? You work with Al. I don't know if it was contractually, but you.
Yeah, I was fighting on
his card.
Yeah.
Was he ever advise you, like your manager, so to speak?
No,
like
I had my own team. Yeah.
So he was you never had no like ties to him.
No, I was just like fighting on the cards.
Because they made it seem like you left Al to work with Eddie, but that's not really the reality. Like that's what people were saying. So did you have a conversation with him? Well, I'm not gonna be on your cards. I'm gonna start fighting on the zone.
No,
Matchroom.
Never had a conversation with him.
Never talked to Al.
Wow.
Yeah,
so it was more so like through Espinoza.
Oh,
right. So have you ever spoken to Al face to face? Oh, so I don't know why people would even think and stuff like that.
Just because I'm fighting on the cards and
CBC cards.
I was fighting.
Look at that. He said he never spoke to Al face to face, but people will tell you got to call Al to make fights when that's not in fact how it goes. Shit's crazy, man. The more stuff you learn, y'all think I'll just be playing these interviews just to play them. It's always a bunch of jewels in there when you let these fighters talk, bro. Never even met that man face to face, but you know everybody's supposed to call him when it's time to make a fight. Absolutely, Kyle. That's all I'm saying. That's my biggest issue with them as a team. The duck narratives, all the narratives that end up being false, and it become damaging to the next fighter. You know what I'm saying? For trying to fight him.
Almost every card for him.
I had asked Xander, I said, who do you think is the better fighter just looking at them? You or Ortiz? And he said you. So I'm going to ask you, who do you think, just eye test, who looks like the better fighter? Ortiz or Xander? Or even Fundora as well?
Everybody different in their own way.
Right.
But I would say Xander a little better than those guys because I feel like he'd do a little more.
Like what?
I feel like with those guys, with Ortiz, you know what you're getting. He coming straight for it.
Right.
With Fundora, he tall. With Xander, I feel like he could box a little bit and he try to rumble too. So yeah.
Right. But that doesn't mean that he might be the toughest fight because maybe Fundora because of the height. What do you think? You don't know till you get in there. I get that.
I can't really say because I'm not in there with these guys yet. So, but I don't. To be honest, I don't think none of these guys touch for me. So
wow.
Yeah.
You know, you mentioned Abdullah Mason, who's a phenomenal fighter, became champion, and he went, to another country and did it. He's in a hot division, right? Like 35. Obviously, Shakur went up to 40 and all that. And you got all these guys in these divisions. When the smoke clears, right? They're smaller than you, right? So they're not really potential
I don't
opponents.
think he's better than Fundora either.
Do you think Shakur is the best fighter of that era of those guys? I mean, he proved it with Teofimo, but him against Devin or him against Tank, who do you think will come out on top when that smoke clears?
I don't know. They all great fighters. I don't know. That'd be some good fights. Yeah, I feel like they all smart in their own way. They all do different things in their own way. But I don't know. I don't know who will come out on top. You know, they all be a great fights though. I can't really say.
You can't say who.
Yeah, because I mean I'll watch it.
Right.
You know, I can't really say though. Can't really say.
Have you ever been impressed by any of those fighters that he named?
Oh, Shakur,
Tank, or any of these guys in their fights?
For sure. Shakur, Tank, all those guys. Yeah, they definitely nice. Shakur put on a beautiful performance his last fight, and he looked good. Yeah, that was easy.
You know, after you beat Stanionis, I was actually hosting in the host position on DAZN that night, and Eddie was in the ring and said, Jaron is top 10 pound for pound. Like, I don't know if you remember that day.
Yeah.
Even me, I got caught up in the hype in the fight, and I said, I think so. But after that, people started saying, not yet. He needed another big name. Is that important? Go ahead.
Not to cut you off. This the same person that going into this fight, everybody was like, this fight 50-50, this fight 50-50.
Right.
As soon as the fight come, I beat him. I make it look easy. They try to make it seem like Stanionis was a bum or
yeah, that's so true.
Like he was chilling me. I'm like, yo, this the same. Stanionis is the same guy that nobody wanted to fight. We asked for him after I fought Karen the second time. Right. I told Eddie I think it might have been like a day or two later. I'm like, go get me Stanionis. Let's make this unification happen before I do anything else. I'm like, I can't leave this division without me, being unified or taking somebody's belt. And he went to go get that done for me. But it's just crazy how people be paying these crazy, like, Like I ain't fighting
when you
nobody.
make it look easy now all of a sudden.
Yeah, like Stanionis is a guy that nobody wanted to fight.
He was a champion.
He was kind of like the real boogeyman at first. Nobody was calling him out. Nobody was fighting him. I call and extra. I'm like, yo, go get me him. Yeah, go take his belts. Like it'd be crazy. Like people don't. And he 15-0 running through everybody at that time. Like it's crazy. Like
is that when you realize, like, all right, these fight fans ain't never gonna be satisfied?
Yeah, I don't be caring no more. I ain't gonna lie. I don't care no more.
I wasn't really sold on Stanionis when it came to fighting you.
Yeah,
I didn't think that was going to be a problem for you. You know what I'm saying? So when you beat him, I was like, all right, Ak, because Ak was like, yeah, he's top 10, and I was like, yeah, but who we supposed to take off the 10 list?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All these dudes got names that they beat already. Like, I could see that he's great, but who we going to take off? So where would you put yourself on that list?
I don't really care for them lists. I don't really care. Like,
yeah, but if you kicking and talking with your brothers, y'all sparring or whatever, and you be like, come on, you better than so-and-so. You need to be here. You need to be here.
You ask me, I'm number one.
Right.
Yeah, and that's how anybody gonna think, but I really believe that, and I'm gonna show. Yeah, it's just time gonna tell. Like I feel like everybody, they gonna see. They're gonna see, and one fight at a time.
Do you ever get scared that you might end up the way, even though Crawford ended his career beautifully with the fights that people wanted to see, and he just went out on top, but it took a while for him to get those big fights. You know what I mean? A lot of years it looked like nobody wanted to fight him. Do you get scared that might happen to you?
Right now, no.
You think it's
early
with Eddie?
Early on in my career,
is it Eddie or what? What is it?
I think just Eddie on my team, just my team in general. I feel like the way we moving, I think these next couple of years, y'all about to see like a whole different me. And I feel like I'm gonna run through this division and then go do it at 62. So yeah.
How many divisions do you want to conquer?
I'm gonna say all the way up to 68.
68.
Yeah, 68. I think I'm gonna chill at this. Like
that means you be walking around like 190 with no problem when you be eating
200 right now.
You know, I got to ask you about this, Jaron. The Eddie Hearn and Conor Benn seemed like they had an amazing relationship and a loyal one, right? Obviously, you've seen what transpired in the last month or so. What was your first reaction when you saw the news Conor Benn signs to Zuffa Boxing?
I ain't gonna lie, I thought it was fake. You know,
you thought it was fake news,
yeah. I thought like sometimes we be seeing, I be like this with me, I be like trying to stay off the gram and all that stuff on Twitter and all that. But when I did see, I'm like, this one gotta be fake. So I'm like, but then I just kept seeing it. I'm like, oh no, it's real. I'm like, it's crazy. I would never thought he would, leave Eddie, but
right. But they saying, but he did say in his defense, it was a $15 million payday. I don't know if that's true, but that's the reports.
He got $15 million also what?
To fight Regis Prograis. That's what the news said.
That's what everyone's saying.
That's what they're saying, and that's what. Look, obviously
he's kind of alluding to that too, saying I got to do this for my family. I got to take care of my family.
Yeah. So and it's supposed to be a one fight, but now obviously he just did a multi-fight deal with Zuffa now. So, but before the Regis fight, that's what they were saying. How does a fighter like decipher that and turn down that much money and would and not stay loyal? Like what would you do in that situation? Would you have a conversation with Eddie like, yo, this is too much money to turn it down?
I mean, my first thing is to have a conversation with Eddie and my team and see what's best.
Right.
I ain't gonna just get up and just dip.
Dip. Without saying that. Eddie said that he ain't even want to talk to him on the phone. Like I said, I might have told y'all before. If I got anything that's going on, if I got a problem with anybody, I'm coming to y'all to see y'all face. Like right.
And so if I feel like our situation not right and you're not moving me right or anything like that, we're gonna talk and we're gonna sit there.
Ignore the situation.
No, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna figure it out and we're gonna make things right. If we ain't making things right, then we gotta part our ways. But for the most part, I talk to him first. Yeah.
See that? Take notes, man. Boots just got with Eddie not too long ago, and he already know how to be loyal. He said, man, he got any problems, he going right to him directly, man. You know what I mean? He got problems with how he being moved. They gonna figure it out. They can't figure it out, then they part their ways. That's how real ones should move. Conor Benn, take notes. Take notes. We know you from across the pond, but take notes from the young man in Philly out there doing it the right way. You know what I'm saying? Fighting in front of his hometown, selling out. know what I mean, beating ass. Now he about to be in the biggest unification of his career, biggest fight of his life, because he stayed loyal to Eddie. That could have been you, Connor. Could have been you, man. Let's keep going, y'all. We getting closer to that.
Eddie seems
he chill, like real chill. Yeah, I feel like he'll be understanding.
And you feel like he's loyal to you.
For sure.
He's giving you everything you asked for.
Yeah, anything. I asked for the unification, he went to go give me a unification. I asked for Xander, he went and got me Xander. So
what about the money? Like,
Jordan, you stupid. I know what you trying to
Have you ever been in a situation where you feel like, man, I deserve a little bit more than that?
But that's what you trying to see, Jordan. I know
I'm
what
gonna take this one on the chin because I
Jordan. You ain't gotta go back to 47. Remember, a certain somebody said they you know they could make 154 right now. You know what I'm saying? Certain somebody said their son could be at 54 right now. You know what I'm saying? He said that Boots is on the list. Remember, so he ain't really got to go back down. You're Jordan trying to see that unaliving, athletic unaliving.
I did that with staying honest.
So you took like a pay cut.
I took.
Eddie ain't moving Boots slow. Eddie is moving Boots right to me. He put Boots in a unification. Now Boots is in another unification. Eddie is doing right by Boots. People are just like rushing to judgment. How they complaining about how Eddie moving Boots and Boots not complaining? People be crazy.
I took a little pay cut for staying honest, but I just love beating people up though. So that's I like. Some might be wrong, you know. I ain't do it for free, but I did take a pay cut
before you turned pro.
Yeah, facts though. That's the difference between me and these other guys. I love boxing. This is what I do. And it's hard to be somebody that love doing what they doing. And these guys can't mess with me though.
But do you think about these guys making these big money, right? Like you love it, you love the fight, but when you hear Bud making a certain amount against Canelo, whether it's 30, 50 million, or Canelo making 20, 30, 40, like do you say to yourself, man, like I'm good enough and nice enough to be making those paydays, and I should be?
For sure. For sure. For sure. I know they coming. Right. You know, especially after this one.
In order to get those paydays, you need that rival, right? Like that arch nemesis.
Like, I need somebody that's going.
Yeah.
I guess. Apparently, I guess I
see my thumbnail. I got Boots, Ryan, Tank, Shakur. You know, I got the ones that'll help them make that.
Bad guy now, but I need somebody that I have a rival with.
Right.
So according to the names right now, you got Fundora. He's a unified champion, right? You got a couple of belts. But Virgil Ortiz, he doesn't have a belt, but he has a name. Which one do you think would be a bigger fight?
Between who?
You and one of them.
Virgil or
Virgil or Fundora.
I feel like that kind of like even out. Because Fundora got the belt, but Virgil kind of like got somewhat of a name. But I feel like, then again, I don't know. I would say Fundora probably the bigger fight, only because he had created character. The people, what are you, 6'5", 6'6".
He just beat Thurman.
Okay.
Talk to me about that. Come on,
yo,
talk about it.
Come on, yo.
So yeah, what's your take on that whole situation? Fundora and Thurman. Because I said he beat Thurman, you gave me a look like.
I mean, cause like, I'm gonna say this. People, if I would have fought Thurman and knocked Thurman out or beat Thurman or whatever, the whole world be downplaying. Oh, he old, this, that, and the third. But when somebody else do it, it's like, they're amazing. Bro, it's the same, and y'all think he unbeatable. It's the same guy that he got beat by, what's his name? Mendoza. Yeah, he's the same guy. I mean, yeah, he getting better, but like, come on, like, right before Keith Thurman is 47 years old. Like,
he's not that old, but
Keith Thurman was good back in the day. He was. It's different now. He's.
So you saw before that fight happened, you knew that was gonna happen.
At first, I'm like, I did an interview. I think I did an interview somewhere. I was like, I think Fundora gonna stop it. But then something in the back of my mind was like, yo, Keith Thurman can win, like pull it off. Yeah. I'm like, then I start changing. I'm like, I think Keith Thurman can pull it off.
I heard that. Yeah. I heard you say that.
I think Keith Thurman can pull it off.
Yeah. He was 176 years old when they caught.
But you got to understand that the reason why they might treat him different than you is expectations.
Yeah.
That's kind of like a compliment. Yeah. So when Floyd used to fight dudes who were great, they'd be like, "Oh, you only fighting him."
Yeah.
Meanwhile, if anybody else beat him, they're like, "Oh, wow."
That's what I was saying before. I'm like, even with the Xander situation, the two guys that he got the belts from, the whole world be bashing. Like, he still ain't fighting nobody. Yeah, he does, but he didn't fight. Like, come on, like y'all letting everybody else slide with this. But like you just said, I gotta take it as a compliment. And that's what I've been doing lately. Like, like I don't really worry about what nobody say no more. Like. Like I said, like I always say, I can knock out the Hulk, and they gonna be like, yo, he was supposed to do that. Like, bro, like, come on, like, y'all drunk, like,
he was weight drained. The Hulk was weight drained.
This is crazy.
What's the fight
that gonna beat up the Avengers, Thanos and all, Infinity Stones included, bro? They're gonna be like, yeah, he was supposed to do that. It's about time he did something. He ain't fought nobody. I'm telling you.
Feel that you will get the credit finally for? Is it the Virgil Ortiz fight, or you think that they'll come up with something then?
I feel like these gonna always come. I feel like they're always gonna come up with something until I retire, and then that's when I'm gonna get my credit, my flowers. They gonna like that's when I feel like that's when they're gonna miss me, because I feel like none of these guys do it like me. They don't perform like me. They can't do what I do.
You are a very exciting fighter, and I've said it on live broadcast that because what people say is Boots gets hit, right? And I know you tired of hearing that, right? Boots get hit. And you know, my take is like if you're gonna create an exciting performance, right, and try to stop somebody, you're gonna be in the line of fire. It's gonna happen
for sure.
If not, you're not gonna get those amazing finishes like your last fight, first round knockout, right? So, does it make you go into certain fights like, I'm gonna show these dudes that I got defense too. I'm not gonna get hit if I don't want to. Like, does that ever like alter your approach in the fight?
I mean, no, I focus on the game plan. Whatever game plan we got going on for fight night, that's what I focus on. Focus on task at hand. You can't really worry about what too many people are saying, because that's how you get in your own head. You start not fighting like how you usually fight. But
has that happened though? Has anything ever got in your head when you caught it? Like, damn, I can't believe I'm letting these people get in my head.
I mean,
nope. Not really.
You could say yeah, but like you gotta block that stuff out though. You gotta block it out. You gotta finish your job, you know. But yeah, it's good.
Have you ever had to make an adjustment? You see how like Terrence Crawford fought Gamboa, and he was kind of being outboxed the first few rounds. Then all of a sudden he switched to southpaw and destroyed him. Have you ever had? And you weren't really getting beat in any fight, but did you ever have to make an adjustment in order to beat somebody during your pro fights?
I ain't gonna lie, my last fight.
Really?
Yeah, I seen something. That's why I turned southpaw so fast.
For the Lima.
Tell me though. It's over now. So tell us.
No, I had all right. So we came out and I was jabbing, and I was on the right hand side. I'm just jabbing, shooting my jab, popping. I think I threw a right hand to the body, and I think I threw a right uppercut, and I just missed. I'm like, if I turn southpaw, I know I'm not gonna miss, because the way he was ducking on this side. He was southpaw too.
That's IQ right there.
I'm like, I'm gonna catch him with this joint. Then
it worked.
Soon as I turned, I think he threw like a 1-2. He had his hands up, but I like dipped down a little bit and I threw like a right uppercut and I caught him. So it was perfect, like perfect timing. Like, yeah.
Man, you know, we talked about Zuffa and Conor. Has Zuffa approached your team about an offer?
No, not that I know of, yeah.
It didn't even get to you.
No, not that I know of, yeah.
Because, you know, obviously they just signed Hitchens, Berlanga, so they want to make a splash in the sport. But the belts are important to you.
For sure.
Have you seen Conor when he called you out? Because he's been on our show before a while back. Yeah. Like, wasn't our last interview, but before he's mentioned you. He said, yeah, I would love to fight Boots.
I told Eddie, let me fight him.
What's Eddie's response? Like, no, be honest. When Conor was still with Eddie Boots, and you asked to fight him, what was Eddie's response? I mean, look, Eddie don't give a damn now because he ain't with him. Eddie said he'd never work with Conor. So
Eddie, I told him like, I said I'll fight Conor. He said absolutely not. I'm just giving you sure. I'm gonna say that. He said absolutely not.
I knew it, yo. I knew it, yo. I knew it. Now the truth. I told y'all. Didn't I tell y'all the truth come to the light sooner or later? I knew it. I knew it was a reason why we never heard Eddie Hearn say anything about Boots and Conor Benn. I knew it because he like, bro, that's gonna go all the way bad. He said, I knew Boots was like, man, I'll fight Conor. He said, man, absolutely not. Absolutely not. He gonna beat his ass. I bet you this though. Had Eddie known that he was gonna do him like this, he probably would have been pushing for that fight. Hell no, he saved Conor Benn's life. I'm telling you, because that would be all wrong. Boots would really annihilate him. Man, he'd do him filthy bad. That'd be really, really bad, yo. Really, really bad for him. Shout out to Big Dog Will. He said, Devin Haney, $850 billion deal, I think. I still think it's BS. Yo, Big Dog is a fool, man. Appreciate the love, Big Dog. Wait, I had a call. What I missed? 1,000% false, fake news. Boots was saying how he asked about fighting Conor Ben with Eddie Hearn, and he said Eddie was like, absolutely not. Hold on, I'm gonna run it back.
Conor was still with Eddie, Boots, and you asked to fight him. What was Eddie's response?
Thanks, Manny.
I mean, look, Eddie don't give a damn now because he ain't with him. Eddie said he'd never work with Conor. So
yeah, Eddie, I told him like, I said I'll fight Conor. He said absolutely not. I'm gonna just give you the short. I'm gonna just say that he said absolutely not. He said, wow. I was trying to get him though, but yeah. That's crazy.
Boots said, I like the Philly say I was trying to get him, no. I was trying to get him, no. Boots was trying to lie to him, nigga. Throw Conor in there, I'll beat his ass.
What do you think of Conor as a fighter?
He good. I think he getting better. Yeah, I think he getting better.
His performance against Eubank.
I only seen the second one. What's the second? Yeah, the second one. I seen the second fight.
Yeah.
I didn't see his last fight. So
okay. The second Eubank when he won.
Yeah, I seen his second fight and I seen a fight. What's the fight that he fought before Eubanks? The first one. Before the first one. Whatever fight he fought before Eubanks. I seen that one.
That
I seen
it years ago. I don't remember. I
don't
remember the order.
Yeah,
I don't remember if it was Algeria or.
But he's gotten better.
It was in.
Yeah, I seen that fight, and then I seen the last one.
I remember Peter Dobson.
Yeah, I seen that one. I seen that one.
And he's a decent fighter.
Yeah,
Dobson.
Yeah. I had him in camp before too.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, he's good. I like him.
Eddie talked about you like wanting to continue to fight in the U.S. Have you been offered like with Turkey any fights like in Saudi or?
Real quick, I knew it was something, y'all, and I shout out to everybody rocking out that stayed to the end of this interview. I know this was a long one, but y'all know how we do. We cover and we talk boxing all week long. We did a couple 5-hour lives, some 4-hour joints. This probably be close to another 4-hour joint. We put the work in this week, y'all. Man, this was a good listen, man, to see Boots finally talk, sit down for a nice stretch period of time and speak on some things. But we got some answers to some stuff. We got the answers about the 52 catchweight business. We got some answers into why Eddie Hearn never said anything about Conor Ben. We already knew what that was, right? So this was a good sit down. You know what I'm saying? This is a really good sit down. Kevin got Dobson coming up. Facts he do. They all got good fights coming up.
I mean, I feel like the U.S. is where
DB3 all got
good start him at. You know, Floyd did it in Vegas. You know, I want to do it all over though. I want to do it in New York, Atlanta, Miami, like.
Do you ever get nervous about ticket sales? Like, we know what you've been able to do in Philly, right? Like, even in AC. I've been at those fights, and people come out for you. Not a far ride. Do you ever feel nervous, like, if I go to Vegas in these big fights, like, I want to continue to sell tickets? Is that any pressure on you?
No, look what I'm doing, guys, that everybody's saying no names. Like,
right.
So if I do with somebody.
I think him selling out with David Avanesian was a representation of his star power, his potential star power, what he's able to do. That's not a big name. That's not somebody that people thought could beat him, right? And they still showed up. They showed out. They standing ovation. They was hyped for Boots. They was geeked up to watch him beat the hell out of Avanesian. And that's the thing. When you got the support of your hometown, they don't give a damn who it is you fight, and they just want to see you fight and do your thing because they're supporters. It be those little fanned out people that want to complain about everybody you get in the ring with, man. Sometimes you got to make fights that make business sense. And fighting Avanesian in Philly, seeing that shit sell out the way it did, he definitely was supposed to do that. It made sense to do it. Good business.
I'm gonna do with somebody there. There is a name.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I feel like I think the Barclays Center is gonna be
it's gonna be super lit. You know, I think they sold like the first day. I think they sold like 8,000 tickets the first day that the tickets dropped. Yeah. And that's half. That's like half of the thing or something like that.
Yeah, I think the record is 18. I think it was Tank.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Something like that. When he fought Rolly, I think that might be it.
Rolly or Roots?
No, Rolly.
That's a good question.
I think the Rolly fight was bigger.
Rolly,
I think. So, Philly is a big city for fighting and music too. Like a lot of great artists. You know what I'm saying? Meek, Freeway Beans. Like, did you listen to any of these artists coming up?
Yeah, I mean, of course you hear that music coming up, but
did you like anybody specifically?
I mean, I always listen to Meek. I listen to Uzi. You know, you always hear the old heads, Freeway and Beans. So yeah, you know,
the old heads. But Meek is more your era.
Yeah. Meek and Uzi and like those guys like more my era. But I definitely heard Beans and all those guys.
I don't know. Correct. Has Meek ever walked you out? No. Is that somebody you would want?
I mean, yeah, for sure. He's from Philly.
Right.
Yeah, of course. You know, I tried to get him walk me out a couple times, but
He's ever been to any of your fights?
I think he was at the first Kieran fight in DC, and he was at the Evanescence fight, and I think he was at the second Kieran fight too. So
yeah, I should try to put that together. Get me to walk you. I think it'd be dope.
What's your feeling on another Philly great, Allen Iverson?
I was actually at the game with him a couple days. It might have been 2 weeks ago.
What game? Playoff game?
No, 2 weeks ago. It was like 2 weeks ago. They played. I think they played the Pistons that night.
Oh, okay.
That was OKC.
OKC.
Yeah, OKC. Yep. Because Shaw was playing. Yep.
So you think you're nice on the court?
You know you're moving when you don't even remember what you be doing, bro.
I can just shoot though.
You can shoot.
Yeah, I can shoot. Yeah.
You can't dribble? You can't.
Not like how I used to. I mean, I can dribble, but.
But do you ever play pickup ball like for fun still?
Yeah, we just played not too long ago. I was hooping.
Let me know next time you come, because I'm gonna come get y'all buckets. Y'all keep sleeping on me.
I might dunk on you, man.
Oh, you dunking?
I got
Nah,
bunnies.
you ain't touching the
You got hops?
Nah, I need to see that in person.
Was Allen Iverson somebody you looked up to?
For sure. He Philly icon, Philly legend. You know, all the way to the crossover, iconic cross.
AI had everybody braiding their hair a certain way for sure.
Crossover.
Yeah.
To
so small and still big at the same time.
It's crazy. Yeah, like he had a big impact on Philly, and he's not even from Philly.
Right.
It's crazy though. Like
they adopted him for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. He definitely cool though. Super cool, super chill. He said he gonna come to the fight too when I was talking to him. So yeah, so I don't know. He might see AI on the walkout with me.
Oh,
have you seen anybody? Because I was trying to Google and find somebody in the boxing world that's saying that Xander's gonna beat you. Have you seen anybody in boxing that's saying Xander's gonna beat you?
I feel like they doing the same thing that they was doing with this thing Eunice. I feel like I see a lot of people saying it's 50-50.
I ain't see that.
I've been seeing it. I've been seeing a lot of people saying it's 50-50 or Xander big.
They are saying that. People using the size.
But he is big though. So that day that y'all saw each other face to face at the press conference, what did you think?
Hell yeah, big dog.
He not even big.
You don't think so?
He had on these product drones. It had these like little. He like a hill on the we probably like the same size. He might be a little.
The first
bit
time I saw him in person, I was like, he's bigger than I thought he was.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying. So you looked at him, you said, okay, he got on those platform shoes or whatever. He ain't really that big.
No, I ain't.
He's confident though right now.
That's good.
Absolutely.
And
absolutely.
There are some people that are using the size thing, like you said, like, oh, Boots never fought nobody this size. He's gonna know what it really feels like to be at 154. Does that motivate you?
For sure. But people don't know, like, the bigger they are, I'd be putting big guys out.
Yeah, cold. I've heard stories in the gym.
I'm talking
fight
about
big
cold
dudes.
with 18s on. So what you think I'm gonna do?
Right.
With, or 10 ounces on them.
That shit is funny, man. I be putting big guys out cold with 18s. And he got opportunity. You giving him an opportunity with 10-ounce gloves to punch you in your face with no headgear, with everything he got. Good luck.
Do with 10 ounces on.
Is there any? I asked him because we interviewed him recently. I asked him what about Boots should you be worried about, right? Like what to look out for.
Good,
he said basic stuff, his speed, and
IQ,
right? Is there anything that you need to be concerned with about Xander?
No, I don't think so. Like I said, I think he getting better, but I think it's nothing he do better. Like I do everything. I jab better. I'm faster, smarter, stronger. I got more ability. Like defense better, everything.
So do you feel like, would you be satisfied if you don't get a spectacular stoppage with him?
At the end of the night, it's all about winning. And as long as I'm winning, and which I know I'm going to do, and be victorious, on June 27th, I will be a 2-weight division unified champ. So that's all that matters.
But you want to make it spectacular.
No, it's going to happen. I'm just saying, if you playing
hypothetical. You saying the knockout is going to happen?
The knockout going to happen for sure.
Oh,
so I'm gonna let it come though. You can't go looking for it. But if I don't get it, that's cool. As long as you still looking good, that's all that matters.
They know.
Look good.
You always
I ever talk to him, I'm gonna tell him my nickname.
Like, good thing is, if you believe in yourself, put some money up.
That's a real thing, man.
When you say that, you really be ready to put your money up.
I'll be dead serious. I don't bet myself, but I believe in myself that much. I'm willing to bet whatever. And so you make it light on yourself, and we can go to the back, whatever. Type the paperwork up. put the extra side bet on there. I believe in myself that much because I know what I'm going to do to these guys.
So you never bet on yourself in like DraftKings, all these big betting apps? You
Jordan,
ever bet on? Or have somebody,
bro.
yo, throw this 20 racks on me real quick.
Nah. Yeah. I mean, I know my team. They be betting on stuff, but I don't be saying nothing to them. Right. They already know. They know too, though. So yeah.
It's easy for somebody to see you in the gym, working, sparring. Like
actually, he made some money.
You made some money? Made some good money?
He made some money.
What's the biggest bet you placed on him? What fight?
His last fight, I called the first round knockout.
Yeah, he was saying
money on that.
He was
so
saying
you bet first round knockout.
He was saying that the whole camp though. He kept saying it.
Really?
When I came back from Canelo and them, and I was sparring, he kept saying like, yo, he looked super strong. He kept saying like, he looked super strong.
His back looked big, and he was like, pause.
Yeah,
he was just because that was his first fight at that weight.
Yeah.
So I'm like, he looks stronger.
I'm trying to. It's daily at 54. I'm trying to tell you.
So you had odds on.
So was it a come up bet? You just put a little bit, or was it a come up bet?
What you put up there? This is a money talking hour right now.
You quit your job?
I was able to give me a nice watch.
Okay. Oh, there was a lick. You got a lick.
You got a rolling.
Yeah.
Nice watch.
Man, you get people paid.
No,
I guess I gotta start placing bets on Boots and make some money.
And Step did too. Young boy Step.
Yeah, for sure.
He cracked on the head. Yo, and remember somebody bet on the time frame. Like I was gonna stop him in between a minute. No, it was a minute 50 to 3 minutes. And they won so much money from that. I think they won like 20 bands from that.
Really?
Yeah, that's crazy.
It
was like I think like $200 or something like that. Damn. Or $100. He won like 20 bands from that.
He said it was the last minute of the first round or something.
Yeah, because I started in like a minute and 59 seconds, right? Or something like that.
Man, you can place bets even parts of a round. That's crazy.
I don't know nothing about no bets. So I be crazy. They be know all that stuff.
Boots, you have a quota in mind? Like I ask a lot of fighters, it's like, how much money you think is enough money before you say, all right, I've done what I had to do in this sport. I'm moving on to the next chapter in my life. Is there like a number in your head? I need to make $50 million when I'm all said and done with all the money I made, or I need to win X amount of belts before I'm done?
I don't want to put a number on it because I feel like with this time right now, like I feel like money just people getting more money.
Right.
Like,
so you don't know.
You don't. I can't.
You might say 50, it might be 100.
Yeah. I might say 50. It might be 300. It's nowadays. I feel like we making more money now than it was back then. Like, so I ain't gonna put a number on it, but when it's all said and done, like I said, 140. I did it at 47. I'm gonna do it at 54, 60, and 68.
So how do you most fighters want to retire the way Andre Ward did, on top, faculties there, made enough money, but most of them don't. They always boxing retires them, right? And you love the sport so much. Do you really feel like once you conquer 168, if that should happen, you can bow out, even if you win, even if you're undefeated?
For sure. I'm definitely retiring as an undefeated legend for sure. I could do it.
Is there an age limit though?
I'm 28 now. I'll be 29 the day
before the fight, right?
Before the fight. So
give yourself a nice little birthday gift.
Yeah, great birthday gift.
Shout out to Boots. This is toward the end. This was a good sit down. We don't gotta hear the rest of it, man. We got the answers to the stuff we wanted. Let me run through a couple quick videos. Let me pull up the joint from Schofield because I see you, big dog. I see you asking about it. So let me get this joint up now. Let me get it up, man. I think he said I think he was saying Tank is not a threat. Tank not a threat, but Gary Russell Jr. is, or something to that effect. Something weird his ass was saying. We gonna pull it up. $100 million man, huh? All right, let's get it. I better get to go away from my window. Who the hell is that? My damn window.
Kid, how homeboy Lucas' face would have been. Probably would have been stopped because the eyes swelled up or the nose broken, because he get hit a lot. He don't get hit, he get hit a lot.
I ain't break nobody nose yet. You still saying I'm still waiting for them to break somebody's nose.
Lucas' body ain't a threat to us.
Nobody's the threat.
You know who's a threat? He's not a threat, but who people
Look,
could
he just
consider a
said
threat, and I would love to see that fight. I'm telling y'all that Gary Russell fight. That Gary Russell fight gonna be exciting because Gary Russell got speed, knowledge, power. He sees it. That's gonna be good. I can't.
Shut the hell up. Gary Russell is not no KO guy. You could see that nobody else got punching power, but you gonna sit up here and try to sell us that Gary Russell's some power puncher? Shut up. He'll beat your son off of IQ. Your son will have to knock Gary out. If he don't knock Gary out, Gary gonna outbox him. And don't even talk about Gary Antoine. He'll get drowned. His little muscular ass to get exactly what he's looking for. You telling me Gary Antoine Russell, the more inactive guy, is more dangerous than Tank, a guy that got one punch knockout power? Like, knock it off, man. You like all he do is get up here and sell bullshit and use his son brand to do it.
Can't wait to see Kid Mind adjust to that level. I want to see it. So that fight, I think, would be a bit challenging because you got to really figure some shit out. This guy got so much speed and so many gifts, so many weapons in that bag. It's like, you know, to me, that's a more difficult fight to take, skill-wise. To me, Tank got power. Tank would knock a nigga to next, not a nigga, pardon me, knock a person into next week. But skill-wise, Gary Russell is a fight. You got a rough 12 rounds. Tank kind of sits back and counterpunch to try to time. He got great timing. Gary Russell is coming with 100 punches around damn near. And all them shit's coming 100 miles a minute. You're going to have to really be on your A game. So I really look forward to that fight.
Smash the like button. We got over 400 people on the live.
Nobody never said that about Gary. He never got up to
next to the next super chat here. Boxing professional. Thank you for the 5-piece.
He clearly don't watch
what
Gary
do you
Russell.
got?
I'm convinced he clearly don't watch no damn Gary Russell. There's no way in hell he watch any Gary Russell making that statement. Talking about he throw almost 100 punches around almost. No, the hell he don't.
To the fans that think
he active, don't get it wrong,
the
he don't
fight,
throw no damn 100 punches
you
around.
have a 90%
his little
chance
brother throw more
of
punches
pulling
around
it
than
out.
him. Gary Antoine Russell throw more punches than Mr. Gary Russell. Right? Like, he got a higher punch output. What the hell is this dude talking about? KO the Hulk.
What do he want me to say to that? I don't have a 90% chance of pulling any fight out if it's up to me. If you knew how much money I make a fight, why would you pull out a fight? But if my son is injured, my son is injured. He's not even in his prime yet.
You a fool.
Why would you risk a fighter that's guaranteed $100 million fighter? You're going to risk it, put him in there. If a doctor say that his thing is torn or whatever, you're gonna risk it. Or if they say he needs surgery, you're gonna risk it. So that ain't pulling out of fights. If doctors say your son needs surgery or he's gonna die, he can't use that hand right now. He tore the ligaments in it. Now, if doctor's saying it, that ain't no 90% chance of pulling out of nothing. And
man, nobody told your son or you that if he don't get surgery, he gonna die. Like, what's wrong with this idiot, man? This guy he be wilding, bro. Like, Mill City, I gotta give it to him, bro. I don't know how the hell he sit there with a straight face. I'll be on mute. I'll be crying. I have to be off camera, bro. There's no way I'll be on camera while he's saying this shit with a straight face. Mill be sitting there with a straight face. He said, the doctor tell you if you don't get this surgery, your son gonna die. Like, what? When the fuck that happened? When the hell did that happen? What injury did you have where the doctor told you if your son don't get surgery, he gonna die? Like, bro, just be saying shit, man. You don't take this shit as All My Children General Hospital soap opera bullshit.
He can't use that hand right now. He tore the ligaments in it. Now, if doctor's saying it, that ain't no 90% chance of pulling out of nothing. And then against a Shakur, if he's poisoned and in ICU, that ain't pulling out. The British board took our license.
Hold on, I got to run it back. Hold on.
Then again, that son needs surgery or he's gonna die. He can't use that hand right now. It is torn or whatever. You're gonna risk it. Or if they say he needs surgery, you're gonna risk it. So that ain't pulling out of fights. If doctors say your son needs surgery or he's gonna die.
Like, your son needs surgery, he's gonna die from a wrist injury is diabolical. Ain't no doctor ever walk up to you in all your life and say that to you, to your son. What surgery did he get that he had to have or he would have died, bro? Like, yo. Bill City sitting there with that damn bucket hat on, this straight face, bro. I don't know how he do it, yo. I don't know how Bill do it. Fuck, you sit there with a straight face and he's saying stuff like this, man. I'll be off camera. I have to laugh at this. I'm sorry, he wild, bro.
$1 million fighter. You're gonna risk it. Put him in there. If a doctor say that his thing is torn or whatever, you're gonna risk it. Or if they say he needs surgery, you're gonna risk it. So that ain't pulling out of fights. If doctors say your son needs surgery or he's gonna die, he can't use that hand right now. He tore the ligaments in it. Now,
Over a hand or a wrist injury, ain't no way they told you
90% chance of pulling out of nothing. And then against a Shakur, if he's poisoned and in ICU, that ain't pulling out. The British board took our license, and you could Google that. So it ain't a 90% of me pulling out of nothing. So,
Chucky, thank you for the 5-piece. Y'all better off just cutting Tank a check to move up to 140 so y'all can get that email title y'all really want.
anyway, next thing. Thank you for the money. If we wanted an email title, we wouldn't be out here calling out these fighters and taking the steps, even when our promoters saying no, not to do it.
That's lying, Kurt.
So I think we the last ones that you can say need an email title. And even if it was an email title, so what? A title is a title. Look at the business side of it. You win a title, you 3 times the amount of the month the person was making minimums. That's the whole reason of chasing a title. Let's say you had a minimum of 150,000. You win a title, now your minimum 500,000.
Yeah,
that's why you chase a title. So it don't matter if it was emailed to you or you went in the ring.
I could
you
tell
just
by
increased
what you
could bring home to your family, and that's the whole purpose of this as a man. So anyway,
Kurt, thank you for the 2-piece. Kid versus Cepeda should be easy to make and big fight.
That's next. That's why we want to fight for the WBA so we can fight a unification fight against the winners of Cepeda or Rose.
Real quick, shout out to Big Dog Willie, because you must really read my descriptions, Big Dog. Most people just read the title. You must have read the description and asked about Schofield. So I just want to say this. Shout out to Big Dog Willie for really being a genuine supporter, bro, because you had to really read my description to see that I said something about Schofield.
That's why we trying to get the Tank. Because that with the winners would be a great thing.
Every time, bro.
But if Tank move up, then it is what it is. We'll fight Lucas body, and then
every time he lies, his hairline go back a half an inch, a quarter inch.
Fight Cepeda or Roach, whoever win, and get that unification. Because I don't think Mason might want to get in the ring and unify if we had 2 titles and he had 1.
I just gotta stop him right there, yo. You are full of shit, dude, and the stinky kind. You're an idiot. Mason never turned y'all down. Y'all turn him down. The fact that you sit here with a straight face with them damn dreadlocks and that forehead all in the screen lying, bro. Your ass lying. Mason ain't turned y'all down. We watched this. You clout chased. You asked for a fight and you got one. They gave you the opportunity after Shakur. You told the world 2.5 million was your price. You keep saying maybe Mason will want to fight us. You keep bringing up Mason. He not thinking about you. Mason about to defend his title on the 4th of July at home with his brothers fighting with him. Mason done ran laps around you already. He ahead of Kid Austin. You need to fight him. You need him. Maybe Mason will want to fight us, man. We seen that damn sparring. I'm tired of you. I like Kid Austin. His dad just don't keep it real at all. He lie about everything. He said Kid was beating up Kid Austin, and Kid Austin was beating up Abdullah Mason in sparring. He told him to just work on defense. Then when we seen the sparring clip come out, Abdullah Mason was putting hands on him. So all this dude do is lie, bro. All he do is lie. Young Mason will beat your son ass for real. You better be glad they not. Man, I guarantee Oscar De La Hoya wouldn't dare try to make that damn fight right now. Oscar a real fighter. That's one thing about him, man. He a real fighter, man. Mason will really hurt Kid Austin right now. I think it could be a good fight as long as it lasts, but the skill that Mason got, the talent that he is, and what he long arms. Nah, bro. Better school. He got a real support system. Not saying Kid don't, but he got some real ones around. I think he stops Kid Austin or beats his ass. That's what I think. Kurt say he glue his dreadlocks.
Then that might work that way, but it is what it is. It's just business. If people could just look at the business side of it and get the emotions out of it, then they'll be okay.
Chucky, thank you for the 2-piece. Going into a Tank fight thinking Tank's regular. Clown.
Wow, we was in training camps with Tank. I know he's regular. I watched Tank get stopped before. This ain't no. That's why I'm saying to these people he's unregular. We've been around him since we was 17. He's regular. Not saying regular is a bad thing. Any guy is regular. Let me clear that. Any guy is regular.
I know what he's trying to say. He's just saying basically Tank is human, right? But the fans are gonna say what they're gonna say. You can't just disregard what Tank is, bro. He got a wealth of experience over your son. He's far more patient than your son. He's a great counterpuncher with great timing, and he sets great traps. And you talking about you got a wet behind the ears, not even ever fought for a world title. The biggest, his best win is Tevin Farmer, but you're gonna put him in there with Tank with the ideal that he gonna go in there and break Tank nose and knock him out. Get the hell out of here, man. Damn, bro. It's like not even respecting the craft. Tank is very experienced. He a calculated killer in the ring. Your son gonna mess around and jump in and do some of that goofy shit. Tank gonna pick up on that patterns and sleep his ass. I really mean that. I think Tank catches Kid Austin jumping into something and knocks him the hell out. I really do. But they keep asking for it. I'm starting to hope that Tank just come back and just say, you know what? I'll beat his ass. You know what I'm saying? Because see how you be talking then.
But the thing is, we have an advantage over him. And after the fight, the world will see what the advantage was.
Obama, thank you for the 5-piece sub meals. I think Kid should test himself with Pitbull before that Tank fight.
Why? Y'all said we should test ourselves with Tevin before the Tank fight. I mean, Tevin is a two-time world champion. Tevin gonna. I remember they was.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't. Don't put that on us. No, we didn't. Nobody in the boxing world said Kid Austin need to fight Tevin Farmer next. Nobody in the world said that. We don't have a problem with you fighting him and beating him, but nobody in the world was checking for Kid Austin and Tevin Farmer. That's stupid. You calling for the absolute top guys, but then you fighting dudes that's way lower on the totem pole. Shit is wild, man. I'm telling you, yo, he gonna get his son hurt. Tank, and the fact I get what he's saying. Tank is he's a human, right? He bleed like my son bleed, but he ain't regular when it comes to boxing. And that NyQuil that he'd be administering on fight night, it won't be regular either. Yeah, Tank will sleep Kid Austin. I think he'll catch him jumping in. I really do. Or he'll set a trap and he'll pick up on Kid Austin's patterns. He don't have enough creativity and or patience and experience for Tank, respectfully. Can he make it a good fight? Yeah, because Tank gonna throw a whole lot of punches, so maybe that'll leave opportunities for Mason. But once Tank pick up on his cadence and his rhythm, the rest, y'all already know what's gonna happen. Y'all know. We seen it time and time before. And I'm sorry, until I start seeing it consistently not be like that, I have no reason to believe that Tank can't knock out a guy that is so inexperienced, like when it comes to levels. So he ain't fought nowhere near on that level. At the magnitude of that fight, none of that, man. Tank sleeps Kid Austin to me any day of the week. Focus Tank.
Saying Pop is crazy. He's ruining Kid's career. Put him in with Tevin. Tevin is gonna school him. Tevin gonna do this. Kid ain't ready, right? Now they saying the same damn thing. They'll never be satisfied.
The fact that you said we said some shit about Tevin Farmer that we didn't say, there might have been some people that said, but the consensus wasn't that Tevin was going to ruin Kid Austin. I don't think nobody was saying that. And the fact that you think Tevin Farmer and Tank Davis is like the same, like you can't make, there's no comparison that you can make. That's not even remotely the same kind of challenge. But the fact that he has this unrealistic like ideal of how Tank is not this. Matter of fact, he just said Gary Russell was more dangerous than Tank. That I rest my case right there. Not the guy that can end a punch with one fight, but the guy that's more than likely gonna have to outbox your son. He sat up there and tried to sell us that Gary Russell was some type of power puncher. Yeah, he got power, speed, he got everything. Crazy work.
So I ain't worried about what they say. The real fans know that we want the best fights, and we don't care win, lose, or draw. So what he's talking about is crazy.
He talking about is crazy. Rodney Harris, thank you for the 2-piece. Pops, say Tank, no threat, but a risk, no difference.
No, he's no threat. Tank is any man is a risk that could counterpunch a person when they throw. And if they got power, that's a risk because if you don't see the punch, your lights could be out. Or you could be in the hospital. You could really, because the head not designed to take punches. You could really be in critical from something like that. So it is a threat. But for us, it's no risk with saying, I don't believe he has the ability to land that shot to hurt Kid. Not that he don't have the strength. Now, mind you, there's great fighters in time that fought power punchers and beat them. Look at Ray Leonard and Duran too. Duran was a power puncher. Leonard just moved around on him. They could go into the whole science of boxing and see so many examples of that. We know he got power. We know he wanted being close. Our job is not to allow him to do that. And I believe Kid got the skills to do that. The same way Shakur, remember they don't want to fight Shakur in a sense. He said that because he's going to make it boring. How's Shakur going to make it boring? He's going to jab and keep the range. What Shakur do? Or tie up on the inside so he don't get uppercutted. He going to use bait.
Shut the fuck up, man. You goofy ass dude, man. I'm sick of him. Big ass teeth and that forehead and them fucking 10 dreads. Shakur don't just tie up in the inside so you don't get hit with an uppercut. If you actually watched him, you'll know he a damn good inside fighter. I bet you he a better inside fighter than your son. Hell, you talking about he don't just go in the inside and tie up. Oh, he just gonna keep your range and keep you at the jab. Shakur fight more in the pocket than moving around. That's for the people that really watch him. I hate that narrative, bro. That dude be right in front of y'all, cooking y'all dudes. He's right in front of Tio, cooking. Get him right in front of Zepeda, cooking. Right in front of Paddy, cooking him. He be right in front of these dudes. He don't do no bunch of tying up and holding when he get in the inside. Everybody initiate a clinch at some point. But the way he describing it, you would think Corey ain't got an inside game, bro. You describing the wrong fighter. So he don't get hit with an uppercut.
Boxing to beat that style that Tank is using. It's the science of boxing. Styles make fights. So Tank ain't a threat to us, but it's a dangerous fight.
He's not a threat, but it's a dangerous fight. That shit just sounds stupid. Wouldn't a dangerous fight be somewhat of a threat? Damn, dummy. Damn. Just say, yo, Tank is a dangerous fight for anybody, not just my son. Say that. And say we'll still beat him. But you like, you just did all this praising about Gary Russell, who's been far more inactive than Tank, talking about he more dangerous than a guy that got one punch knockout power and been more active. This dude be pissing me off. And Tank fought through more weight classes. This guy's an idiot, man. Yeah, when the first time he lose is going to be because of Pops. I'm convinced. I'm sold. When he loses, it's going to be his father's fault. I like you, Kid Austin. Your father just, he's strange, man. It's a strange dude. This is a very strange grown man.
Imagine if, all right, have fun. Imagine if Ashton had power like.
Well, nah, that was over. We ain't starting this over. Nah, that was it. Shout out to everybody, man. Look, you heard him. Tank could beat the hell out of Kid Austin to me. I think Kid Austin can make it an entertaining fight. Tank don't throw a whole lot of punches. So maybe, like I said, there'll be opportunities for a young Kid Austin right there. But once Tank pick up on the cadence, his timing, his rhythm, his pace, different things like that, tendencies, and he set that trap, y'all already know what time it is. He gonna punch his ass into the sunken place. I'm telling you. And the fact that Youngin think can't nobody hurt him, he said that dumb shit in the interview. I feel like nobody can hurt me. I'm like, yeah, you sound crazy. Somebody gonna punch your little ass right out the ring somewhere. Every interview he talking about Tank. Every fucking interview he talking about Tank. That shit is annoying, bro. Just shut up about Tank. Damn. Don't say nothing else about Tank. That they don't just make you not want to talk about Tank. Shut up. I think this is the last video we're gonna get. Rainbow Strain. I'm telling you, did he ever call somebody a heifer? Did he? I hope he didn't. Kind of stupid, yo. Bro said that he called somebody a heifer.
And you're gonna be fighting again. This will be your second fight.
So this is Julian Hammerhand Rodriguez. This is the one that he told Tank to take out his tampon or whatever. We're gonna listen to a little bit of this. I'm gonna let y'all hear that. I'm gonna get my thoughts, and we're gonna keep it.
Fight on Zupa on the Mosley and Boychuk card. That's happening May 10th at the Meta Apex, live in Las Vegas. You can also watch it on Paramount Plus. Julian, how's it going?
What's up, Ken? It's a pleasure to be here speaking with you, and it's going very well. I wish the fight was tomorrow, to be honest with you.
We itching to put pause on somebody? You just ready?
I'm just ready, man. I'm ready. I've been locked in physically, mentally. You know, it's that time. So 10 days away.
10 days away. Yeah, that's close. So how's camp been going for you? You know, the weight been good, movement's been good, everything been good.
Everything has been great. You know, the sparring has been great. I found sparring partners that I feel are even more talented than my opponent. You know what I mean? I've been getting great work, solid 10 rounds. And listen, I'm
He
just
looked like
mentally
Mr.
locked in.
Versace
Everything
son.
has been gone to plan. My weight, I could
Frankie
have made weight
Ladeo.
2 weeks ago.
He giving me Frankie Ladeo vibes from Moonwalker. Remember the movie Moonwalker? Frankie Ladeo. Remember the name? Ladeo. Frankie Ladeo. Todd was good what he said. That Mama Hopefield blocked me and is telling the other trainers not to rock with me. Yeah. Nah, say it ain't true. Say it ain't so, Bodega Todd. He blocked me too, bro. He blocked me on Twitter, and I ain't say nothing crazy to him. I just said I think it's crazy that he's using his son platform to push lies on Shakur about steroids. I said something about the steroids when he was talking about Snap, and I ended up blocked. I ain't say nothing crazy. I don't even talk crazy to people online, but I just was wondering why was he using his son's platform to facilitate lies. You know what I'm saying? We're real weird shit.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds like everything's going good. Now, your opponent is coming off of back-to-back knockout wins. You look at the record, has over 50% of his wins are by knockout.
12. He blocked me, and then recently I was doing a live stream and I was talking about Kid Austin and his pops. And I got a comment from Kid Austin. They just put like laughing emojis in my live stream. Like after the live went off, it was him, but I went back to look and he must have deleted his comment or something. Yeah, man. But these dudes, man, he had more supporters if his dad stopped moving so weird.
Some knockout power yourself. So it sounds like we're in for an interesting fight. You're coming off the back-to-back wins off undefeated opponents. Your opponent is undefeated. What's going to give in this fight?
I'm going in there to bulldoze him. That's it. It's no offense to him. It's just whoever Zuffa puts in front of me, that's the plan. You know, I'm not worried about what he's bringing to the table because I prepared myself for anything. My style is very versatile. I could box when I need to box. I can go in and put pressure. I like tall, lanky guys. You know, we saw that with the Avius fight. You know what I mean? The last fight was someone more my height. I feel like I have the tools to do it all. And we'll see once that first bell rings what he brings to the table, and I'll adapt off of that.
Yeah, I was at that last fight. I was there in attendance. You look spectacular. If I'm not mistaken, you got one of the bonuses that night, correct?
I got 2 of the bonuses, yeah.
2 of the bonuses. Yeah, see, let me not sell you short. He said, I got 2 of the bonuses. That's why we looking so good. He ready to come out here and celebrate. I see it.
When you look good, you feel good. That's right.
And when you feel good, you play good. And your instance, you fight good. I get it.
Yes, sir.
Now, you talked about the importance of sparring, having the right sparring partners. You yourself were tasked with that with one Manny Pacquiao. Talk to me a little bit about that experience, what you took from it, what you were able to adapt into your game with fighting arguably one of the all-time greats and has led to some of the success that you've had.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in a few world-class type of sparring situations. And you know what? Not to sound arrogant or anything like that, but it's not so much me gaining any new tricks or anything new. It's just about gaining the experience and getting in there and playing chess with the best. And, you know, once you start understanding strategies, like I said previously, I have all the tools. It's just about learning how to strategically use them for whatever's in front of me. And I think that's what I did learn the most about Pacquiao was how to conduct yourself outside the ring. He was very much an inspiration in that regard to me, because it wasn't like, you know, frequently or commonly a lot of these fighters, when they're in big camps, they stay in the hotel room and they go to the gym when they get called, you know. But with Manny, he liked his whole team around him 24/7 pretty much for the whole month that I was there. And I really was able to see him inside the gym, inside the ring, outside the gym, you know, when he's on his off days, in his house, you know, just things like that. And being side by side with someone, sharing that same energy space with an all-time great like that really does help fighters if they're open to it, if they can perceive things like that. You know what I mean? And which I was able to do at that age. So I look back from time to time, and I always check myself when I need a realignment. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's what I'll always, have that in my vault.
Right. So what it sounds like, it's not necessarily the skill set, but the mindset is what I'm gathering from what
he fighting. I think he fighting Boychuk. 12. I think Shane Mosley's fighting Boychuk, I believe.
From what you're saying.
Just a gain in experience, being in there, and let's say he hits me with something, and I'm like, oh, I saw how he set that up, or he'll show me something, and in order for me to break down those barriers and get to him, I have to do something different. So, and that's just the name of the game, just a great experience,
Yeah, yeah. Just to stay on it just real quick, his name's being floated around again with Floyd Mayweather. Is that a fight that you think will happen? And if it does, who do you have in it?
Oh, Sugarcane. Oh, I thought you were talking about Shane
Well,
Mosley.
I mean, I hope for their sake that it does happen. You know what I mean? Of course, it'll bring in a good amount of money. You know what I mean? So, blessings to them. Who I'll always side with Manny. You know what I mean? Just I don't really have a relationship.
Yeah, they don't fit. They don't fit. They don't fit with what Ronnie Shields trying to do, or what type of trainer he is. They don't. They don't
Floyd,
fit the
I don't
mold.
really know him.
Yeah, Shane versus
aside from what I
Boychuk.
see on camera. You know what I mean? So, but I know Manny, so I'm going to support Manny in that regard.
Okay. Talk to me a little bit, because your experience with Zuffa, it's giving you some good opportunities. Say you win this next fight, are you looking to get that first belt in that welterweight division at Zuffa?
Of course, I'm looking for that's my main goal, to be the first Zuffa world champion. And with that being said, I know Zuffa has the power and the strategy and the experience as far as business to guide my career in the right way. And I trust them. I trust their matchmakers. And yeah, I trust their direction in terms of the company in itself. So whoever they want to put in front of me, I know it's for the greater good. So yeah, I'm just sitting here. Whoever they put in front,
whole training camp just
that's
to
who we're
not
focused
fight.
on.
Yeah.
I
I want to stay with that a little bit, because I saw in a previous interview that you did, you were talking about how maybe it was management a little bit that didn't have you in those world-class fights early on in your career, because you've beaten some people and you hadn't gotten the same opportunities as them. And Zuffa comes around and is now giving you these opportunities. It's putting your name out there.
It was
now
less.
in the
They
lights.
probably would have
How has that really helped you
probably was too far
moving
over.
forward in your career?
It's definitely revamped my whole career. A lot of people, a lot of fighters don't make it out of certain situations I've been in, whether it's, regarding injuries or manager disputes or things like that. And you know what? At the end of the day, you get through it, and you got to chalk it up to the game. And some fighters get broken from that, and some learn from it and move forward in the best way that they can. And don't get me wrong, I had to get past a lot of dark days, you know what I mean, where I was inactive and maybe the money wasn't flowing like it was. And I have 2 children, so it wasn't just me suffering, it was my whole family suffering. But you got to learn how to utilize those down times and use it as motivation to keep moving forward. And you know what? If you believe in yourself in the way that I do, and have a team that also believes in you, these opportunities come about. You just got to make sure you're in the right position to take advantage of them.
Yeah. For people who don't know, you have an excellent record. You've got a great pedigree behind you in your fights that you were doing before Zuffa, earlier in your career. Some might not even know you've got wins.
I'm not sure
in the amateur.
I'm not sure what the rules are, 12, but sometimes when you over a certain amount, they don't even try to make you lose the weight, because it be considered too much in too little time. So maybe he was just over too much, and they said the hell with it. You know what I mean? Because that's almost 3 pounds, and they ain't gonna make you try to lose all that weight. You get what I'm saying? In such short time span. So that's probably why I got called off.
Against one Gervonta Tate Davis that people don't like to put a lot of respect on your name for. His name is now floating around. I think Kid Austin's been calling him out as a possible comeback fight. Is that a fight that you would want to see happen? And is a fight against Tank something that you might want to see in the future?
Well, of course, you know what I mean. You know what? It's funny when that video started floating around. He took it a different way than you know how it was originally posted.
Yeah, they both had some time off. 12. Edwin last fought at like a catchweight. He got like a first round knockout. So yes, that inactivity could affect him for
the
sure.
original platform, because you have all these boxing pages that chop it up and make it sound a certain way.
Yeah.
But to each their own, and I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? So cool. If you took it that way, then all right, fuck you then. You know, I'm just here telling my story. And if you know, you take your fucking tampon out then if you don't like what I have to say, because all I speak is facts. I don't need to lie to nobody or lie for some clout. I could have been done that a long time ago. I grew up in a boxing era where there was no cameras allowed in the gym. So I'm not one for clout, and I feel weird fucking doing shit in front of a camera anyway.
Shout out to my
but
dog.
I understand the business now, and I got to do what I got to do. And you know what I mean? I would love for all those fights. As far as him, you know, I hope he gets everything back together, which I hear is happening. You know what I mean? So good for him.
My dog behind the hands at TV will tell you, Ronnie Shields running tight shit, and he ain't with that, like you said, that dysfunction and all that weird shit. So they just don't fit the mold. They not a Ronnie Shields investment or fighter. He don't fight nothing like a Ronnie Shields fighter.
Yeah. It's pretty much.
You strike me as someone who comes across as, speaking of growing up in a boxing era, one that respects the era where the best fight the best, right? And these Zuffa fights, I've been at every single one of them, and they are spectacular. And you can tell that the matchmaking.
So, man, you heard basically what he said. That was Julian Rodriguez, man. He was pretty much telling Tank to take his tampon out, right? Because he don't like what I'm saying in these interviews. They fought as amateurs. He dropped Tank in the amateurs. Who cares? It was an amateur fight. He did what he did, but he fights at 47. I doubt if they can make that fight happen as professionals now. Skillfully, Tank is just better than him. The only thing he would have to lean his hat on is that he a bigger man, bigger body. Maybe he could utilize that to win him a fight, but he'll never get no fight with Tank. He fight at 47. I don't think we'll ever see Tank up that high, and I don't think Hammerhands is coming back down. So who knows? But it was funny that he said that, man. I like his energy a little bit. Look, stand on your square. He's been winning some fights. He's been upsetting people. He's took a bad loss. He's dealt with inactivity, injuries, a number of different things, and he still managed to be here and keep striving, man. Look, I like Buddy, man. I like Julian Rodriguez, man. But the Tank questions are just dumb because you can't fight him. You get what I'm saying? You can't fight no Tank Davis. So you gotta just kind of leave that shit alone, really. The truth be told, just gotta leave it alone. But shout out to everybody, man. We almost did another 4 hours again today. We built on this boxing and gave everybody just due. Make sure y'all hit that like button if y'all haven't. Double tap if you're on the vertical side. I don't know what side y'all on. We're going to continue to stay close to this situation, man, as close as we can. Update it, should I say, with this $100 million Bill and Devin situation. But y'all see them fighters up in the screen. For him to make that kind of money, he got to fight those guys. It ain't nothing else to even try to over speculate or analyze. If you really going to make this kind of money, we know which fighters you're going to have to fight to do it. That's how I see it. So that's a Shakur, that's a Ryan, that's a Boots, that's a Tank. You need those kind of fights. Without them, you can't make that kind of money, in my opinion, or they can't justify spending that kind of money or paying you that kind of money, should I say. But we'll see. I've been wrong before. Let's see if I'm wrong about that. But I want to see the youngin get his bread. And more importantly, I want to see boxing fans get the fights that we want that's worth our money, our time, our energy, and our effort. You get me? That's what I want. Yeah, feel me? You feel me? He said, yep, 30 million fight sounds about right, though. But shout out to everybody, man. I appreciate y'all rocking out to the end of the show. Hit the like button, sub to the channel. When it's over, hype the live, share the live, keep rocking out. Shout out to everybody. Hit the super chat. I appreciate the support. Everybody that rocked out to the end of the show. Y'all make sure y'all enjoy the rest of this Good Friday, man. Because we just gave boxing its just due, how only we do. I'm thinking I might come tomorrow and call Fabio Wardley and Daniel Dubois, being that I didn't really cover that fight at all, which I'm a little disappointed I didn't cover the fight, but maybe I'll call the fight tomorrow and make up for it. You know what I'm saying? Looking sharp. Yeah, man. Shout out to De Los Santos, man. He looked chubby on that poster. We're going to talk about that a little bit tomorrow, too, that rematch. I meant to get to it today, but I ran out of time. But again, shout out to the entire Just Do family. Much love, much appreciation to everybody, man. Stay tapped in, and we're going to be back tomorrow. We probably call these fights, y'all. So enjoy the rest of this Friday, and I'll see all of y'all tomorrow. Peace to the fan. He said, because Sunday, your book. What's Sunday? Oh, yeah, Sunday. But yeah, you're right. I about to say, what's Sunday? Never mind. I got it. But for sure. So we're gonna make it happen though. But shout out to everybody. My homie Z, Ty, Kurt 12, Cal, my guy, man, Jordan. Appreciate y'all, Ryan, Kurt, the rest of the gang, man. Yeah, Mother's Day. Yeah, I caught myself. Players mess up 12. I caught myself. I knew what you were saying when I was like, Sunday I'm booked. Like, I started thinking, like, well, I'm booked. What I'm doing Sunday? I started asking that in my head, but I got you. For sure, man. But, I'll see all y'all tomorrow, man. Peace to the fan. We out.